Yabba dabba do I love talking to you.
Nintendo Switch. On the Nintendo Switch.
nice of the princess to invite us to the Rock City so we could play Hades on the Flint and the Switch.
Hello, everybody. Whoa! Take me down to the Bedrock City where the grass is green and the rides are good to have a good time on.
With a pollo.
With a pollo.
Pollo.
I love Bedrock City.
I love pollo.
How's Dragon Quest 3? Real good, thanks.
I beat it a long time ago.
Whoa. We're gonna play Hades tonight, by the way.
It was a while. I'm trying to think because I started shortly before we went on our family adventure. So
Hades hype.
it's been a few weeks since I beat it.
Who's playing Hades? Well, we got our #1 top shelf pro gamer Multitap start playing it. He almost turned on God mode. I don't know what that means. Is that
Probably scary.
invincibility? It looks like he's played it before.
This is my original save file. I guess we'll start a new save file.
Oh, what's up, Charmander Gold Chain?
You can do heck mode.
Heck mode.
For all those unafraid of
Oh, is it
death
hardcore?
and other difficult matters, the pack punishment will make your life harder right away.
Is that what it does?
I mean, I think it's just harder. I don't think it. If you die, that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I would just.
I
God
don't
mode
know.
makes you a lot stronger.
I don't know.
We should probably
Just play it.
Let
Few tales are told of Hades.
Oh, it's got an
His
animated
very
intro.
name inspires
Uh,
fear and
so-
penitence, reminding us of the inevitable.
It's got a golden
fate
book
which we
intro.
all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale.
Hades.
Listen carefully. Goodbye, Father.
All right, everyone, just raise your hand. Have you played this game before or not? I think Eddie said he hadn't played it. Addie's played it. I believe Jazz has played it. I don't know if Dave, ultimate Diablo 2 fan. Krungo's played it.
Let's play it. That's surprising.
I'm leaving.
Hammy's only seen Alan play it. Krungo says it's a good game.
Oh yeah.
to play like Persona.
Have you ever?
Kayla's working on it.
Have you ever played Diablo 2, Kayla?
No.
No Diablo 2.
Yeah, I don't know why that's surprising.
It's not surprising.
I'm pretty
I basically heard about this game because of Krungo.
Oh,
Krungo is the champion of Hades.
Oh yes. And I will say that
Dave
again.
hasn't played it yet.
Again, even though
Only Agent Fox.
I played through it enough to see at least one set of credits. I don't know if there's special endings or whatever, but basically, I'm sure there's a bunch of people in the room who know a lot more about this game than I do. So if there's anything I'm doing wrong or whatever, feel free to shout
No,
out.
you're doing everything right.
Well, I'm just saying,
Devil.
there's definitely a lot about this game I do not know.
It's got to be her. Then
There's a lot I don't know about Bedrock City, but I proclaim myself an expert.
If you do, that's not what I meant, Krungo. I meant whenever you see credits after your first escape.
Now, let's get you from that
And Natty says you're not dying, so you're good.
Not yet.
Beginning here with me.
And Jazz is basically, you know, how do you put that? He's bubbling over to backseat game.
All right, well, good.
I know you can't hear me all the way where you
He'll
are,
stay
Chris.
reserved for about 5 minutes. Chomping at the bit. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, see, that's what we were talking about, because again, we're playing this game tonight, and we weren't really sure like where we would end up, what we would aim for. What I'm sort of just aiming for is to escape at least once, if I can do that. Because again, in order to get the credits ending or whatever, you have to escape multiple times. So
Do they have all the good Disney tunes in the game?
I don't.
I'm pretty sure they don't. Well, yeah. But no.
Do they have the episode where he meets Aladdin?
Man, if
Oh,
only.
not that one again.
Remember when the genie shows up and it's just the genie's fist coming out of a lamp?
Yeah, that was pretty high.
That was a great episode.
Who puts the Glad in Gladiator?
Hercules, please. But I don't think it's
I'm excited for Herc.
So I don't know what because is Heracles and Hercules the same person? Just different ways to say it or whatever.
a corruption of Hercules.
Okay.
Is
But I'm not sure.
Because I think they mentioned Heracles, but not Hercules.
Is Hercules and Pizza Start the same person?
I think
What?
one is like the Roman.
Is Hades and Multitap Dave the same person?
A gift.
We just don't know.
We're unaware.
Is Multitap...
It's fun that they call him Hercules, but they're clearly emphasizing.
Is Multitap Mugen Satan?
Yeah, that's what makes it confusing.
We don't know.
Because with the Roman names, you'll notice those are all the planets.
Yeah, the Sailor Scouts.
The Sailor
You
Scout.
don't know which set of gods and goddesses you're looking at if you start seeing planets popping out.
The Romans.
The Romans.
Oh, jeez.
They're armored.
Hercules is the Roman one. Heracles is the Greek. Just like Krungos said.
So yeah, it's like
Oh, what's up, Noble Lemon?
So for the Disney movie, they just chose the Roman one for Hercules, but then the Greek one for everyone else. Disney once again messes
Disney.
everything up. Thanks, Disney.
Is Disney Plus my favorite streaming service? Storkules. I mean, they got Goof Troop, Dave, and the Goofy movie and the extremely Goofy film.
You got the goofs.
We goofing on Disney.
Disney would never goof. Oh jeez. Oh boy.
There's nothing more fun than watching Disney's Hercules in English class and then having your English teacher pause to explain, you know, all the differences and stuff.
Yeah.
I just want her to keep playing the movie, you know?
Please.
You can explain afterwards.
A centaur heart.
Danny DeVito. I mean, Danny DeVito was a little toned down compared to Batman Returns, that's for sure. Whoa. What are these guys?
Oh, you know, they're... I mean, all these enemies have names, but I cannot for the life of me remember them.
Stabby McStabber. That's what I would call them.
Yeah.
That's everyone's name, though.
I don't know if this game is more comparable to... Like, it looks a lot like Diablo 2 to me, but in a way it plays more like something like Smash TV, where you're just trying to beat up all the enemies in a room and then move
But
on.
how does it compare to Minecraft Dungeons?
Minecraft Dungeons. Well, a lot less multiplayer.
A lot less Inspector Gadget.
A lot less.
Somewhere between Gauntlet and Diablo.
A chthonic key.
Ooh, you got the key.
Wonder where
I'll
I
take
can
that.
use this.
Like, all those keys and stuff, I think, are only good for, again, if you die. Because when you die in this game, you get
You
sent.
die for real.
You get sent all the way back. But, you know, you can go and boost your stats and stuff. So, technically, you should be able to beat the whole game, get to the exit without, you know, dying once. It's technically possible, and I'm sure it's been done. But have I done it? Definitely not.
Just did last night.
Yeah.
I thought you were setting up for a humble brag.
No. I mean, I didn't ever try replaying after I played the first time, but I think Jazz already brought up where the hardest part is it's like you have enemies like this and they can definitely be overwhelming at parts, but you can also, for the most part, play it safe where you're like running in the corners or whatever, taking your time. But then you get to the bosses and the bosses are just relentless, so that's when it's like game over. So I'm sure when I get to the first boss, I'm gonna die.
These guys got big clubs.
Whenever
Athena dash.
whenever they have a little yellow thing around them like that, they have the super armor on them, which means you can't, because usually you can wail on an enemy and they keep recoiling like that, so you're safe. But if they have the yellow stuff around them, they'll take the beating and then they'll hit you back. I mean, you know, it's a lot like fighting any beat 'em up boss. When you deflect attacks, does more damage. Attack is stronger and can deflect. Sounds good.
I like Juggernaut voiced by Bender in X-Men Legends. Gun with the Hestia mod and Bow with the Chiron mod.
I'm trying to remember the first time I actually escaped what weapon I used, and I feel like it probably was the gun. And I think the gun is like the last weapon you can unlock.
Normal shot makes all of your special arrows home. Whoa.
Yeah, and when you get anything like that, you can just basically stand in a corner and deal with everything without having to get close, which, as you can see for a lot of these enemies, that's the thing you're usually worried about, just having to get close to them.
Do they have Hades PvP?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this game doesn't have any multiplayer whatsoever.
Which is appropriate for multitap.
Yeah.
Well, he's multiple taps.
The underworld.
I don't want to even know how many, like what our ratio of single player to multiplayer games is on multitap. It may surprise you.
No, no.
Probably skews into, well, I don't know. It depends. I feel like we do a decent amount of both.
And like Kayla came up last night and went to the whiteboard and said, here's my proposal for why we should spend the next 60 hours of multitap playing Persona 5.
I didn't do that.
I said, now Kayla, I don't know, Kayla.
Well, why not?
I did play
just
7
don't know.
hours of Persona today. So.
A healthy amount.
Yeah.
In this essay, I will define exactly why Persona 5 is perfect multitap material. I will support my argument with pictures of Joker.
Oh no.
You're wishing for the Dark Knight.
Oh, the other Joker. The other Joker.
People having a good time?
The jokester.
Hey there, Zagman. How's it going? Look, you have got to
It's
get
Dionysus, the god of
We've
wine.
been setting you a spot. Let me see what I can
The god
do.
of having a good time.
Sweeter for you in the meantime.
I guess. I don't know.
Take less damage.
Look at Joker. Look at him.
You know,
Poyo
just
Persona Profit.
to the threshold. Sure.
I did name my Phantom Thieves the Poyo Popper.
Around here.
The Poyo Poppers.
I needed, it was either that or the Kirby Collectors, but that didn't seem as threatening. Neither of them really good, though. Doesn't matter. They have to face justice. Just us.
Just us league.
Oh no.
You think a Flintstones roguelike would be a good idea?
Oh, definitely.
We could use more Flintstones games in general. What I'm thinking. Yabba dabba doo, that's a good idea.
It does make sense.
I wish that Space Jam New Legacy game had ripped off Hades. That would be something else.
That would be something interesting.
That would have been funny.
It was an okay game,
Yeah,
honestly.
like, I mean,
It's just short.
how, like, titles typically have a reputation for being bad, and the fact that this game probably is leagues better than the movie is attached to.
For freebie marketing material, it was quite good.
Yeah.
A palm of power.
Palm of Power. Haribo.
Sure.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
So, Space Jam 2 does come out tomorrow.
I
Are we all ready to enjoy the fine film?
feel like even if I'm not ready, I'm gonna be made ready.
Kayla, you may be surprised to hear this, but the reviews have been coming in for Space Jam 2.
And
You may be surprised to learn that there are reviews available for Space Jam 2.
do you want to tell me?
There are reviews.
There are reviews, and the film has been reviewed. The film has been reviewed. Space Jam 2 has reviews. People have seen
That's
it,
your review.
and they have reviewed it.
Ow.
See, Dave likes it.
I don't think Dave has seen it yet.
Very
He's a big fan.
Very unlikely that Dave has seen it.
Dave was in line Very beginning.
Space Jam 2 has been reviewed.
To get his seat.
Just wait for Monday's Multitap and I will give you my full spoiler-free review of Space Jam 2. Unless you want the spoilers as well. I don't know.
And I do.
Least favorite movie weapon overall was the sword. Is that what you have as a sword?
Yeah, so yeah, you start
swap that
out
bad
with the
boy
sword.
out?
Wait, I don't think the sword's bad. You see how big the attack is for it, so it's not like it's a wimpy weapon.
I agree with you, Jazz.
Space Jam 2 is going to be real good, everybody. I would advise watching it ASAP on HBO Max. Who's your favorite new
Oh
Monstar?
no.
Good to see you, Carol.
What were their
Just
names?
minding my own business, taking in the
What was
sights.
the snake lady called?
Snake lady.
She's my new favorite.
Oh no.
Right, Mamba?
White Mamba.
That's right. Whoa.
And remember how LeBron was like, "You changed" or whatever.
I don't.
Kayla remembers. Kayla's psyched for the movie.
No, I'm not.
That sounds good.
To my health. Who should I give this to?
Ron
Talk
looks
to all the
like
NPCs
threatening.
every time you meet
Beyond the
them.
present chamber
That sounds good to
lies
me.
the outermost
And I can reckon quite a bit.
Jazz couldn't even wait for you to die. He couldn't wait for you
Wait,
to
well,
die.
this is the boss, right? So this is where it all comes
this is
crashing
all-
down, I'm
Okay.
afraid.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
First of the
Come on,
Furies.
haven't we had more than enough of each other by now?
And see, this is
Besides,
supposed to be the
there's
same
something
character
else
from
to
the
do.
Disney Hercules movie, right, Meg?
Your father sent
Oh
me
yeah.
all
She looks a
alone
little
on your
blue or
bedside.
something. but-
Or you can turn back like a good little man, or
It's Meg.
I'll have to go with the painful way.
a man after my own heart.
Do you fight Hercules in this game?
No. Not as far as I know.
I was thinking you're probably on your side.
Yeah, like, I don't think he's in the game at all. Like, he's mentioned, I think, maybe?
Sequel material.
He's busy.
oh.
He's got places to be.
Here's your crown, your majesty.
To hell.
Oh, jeez.
Hercules is mentioned briefly but does not appear. DLC?
I mean, yeah. They got plenty of content to work with after this.
Drink the gummy berry juice.
I don't think I have any gummy berry juice. Ooh.
Game's got more dashing than Mighty Number 9. Whoa.
Got him.
Did I?
More dashing than Robert McGee.
No.
The audio seems a
I
little
thought that was
funky.
a dying
Whoa.
animation, but the halfway thing.
Her,
Yeah.
her circles formed a hidden Mickey.
I keep seeing those in Persona.
You need to point them out to me the next time I.
Well, whenever you go into Mementos or whatever, it does those ripples, and they're in a very Mickey way since it's 3 circles.
Oh yeah.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Whoa.
Mickey. This is a Disney game?
I'd say not quite. Oh, jeez.
I'd be excited for that.
My new persona, Kermit.
Oh,
I always knew that was my persona. A talking frog.
Okay.
Why won't you?
Did you have to make it 1 HP?
More to go. Barely got through.
Barely got through the first boss.
No, but you only get stronger, right? So
I mean, because yeah, that's the thing. It's like you die, but
Can fight.
just like any good RPG, it's not wasted effort. You get stuff. You get better.
Like me, father.
wait, did he say he couldn't heal himself and then he just healed himself?
Oh,
He said, "I'm hurt. I can't heal myself, but I can fight." And then you healed yourself.
I don't know. And that's weird.
I think he's a liar. Can't heal fully. Oh, okay.
All right, so this is like where you can sell, because the stuff that you get, the little bonuses, again, you don't keep them throughout the whole thing. You get each of those for each run, so you can sell them back and get some money for them, so you can buy some other ones. Slain foes have 15% chance to drop parts. Gain random item. I like random chance. I like gotcha.
Gotcha.
I'll assume I got something good. Passive traps deal 500 damage to foes. Yeah, whatever.
Nowhere to go but up.
Damage up.
Good.
Oh, so I got the jerky for that. Hey, that's good. Enemies will die faster. When
And
I
bosses too.
So I'm pretty sure when I played the first time, I did die to the first boss. That was the first time I died. So as you can see, I got a tiny bit better than when I first played the game. But I don't think I'm gonna be getting much further than that.
Plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame.
Sure you will.
Having been flooded.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
The boat.
Now
Bloodless.
this music and the drums they have there really remind me of Diablo, but they ramp it up a little. Instead of just letting you walk wherever, now they have nice little lava pools that if you stay on too long, they hurt you. So
Dead.
and as far as escaping, it's
Did
like,
you say get dead?
did he? I mean, I'll be honest, Mugen. I knew what I was thinking was that your favorite part of this game would be all the quips he says. Like after anyone else says anything, he always has a little quip after. and so yeah, I want you to pay real close attention to whenever someone else is talking, or like I pick up something, and then like after I finish the dialogue, read the little subtitle at the bottom, because since it's harder for you to hear, read all his great quips.
I love quips.
Not had enough yet.
The game looks fun though.
Oh yeah. Like I didn't really know again what to expect when I saw everyone talking
Oh,
about
what's
it.
up, Nia?
I had no idea what type of game it was, because
Oh, they're not cringe quips? Well, hold up. I'll be the judge of that.
yeah, but we'll get Mugen's judgment. I mean,
Now I'm excited.
again, I think obviously a lot of fans of this game, a lot of people who are just fans of the world and the characters and stuff, but that just because the game is popular, does that mean Mugen likes it? Probably not.
This seems fine so far.
Let me see.
Oh, he's not like a Joss Whedon character. Well then, we may be okay.
Are you ready for the Hades movie?
Hades movie? Are they really? Oh yeah, it's called Hercules. They already did it.
Do you know what the main character's name is?
It didn't start with a Z,
Yes.
and they said it a couple times and or showed it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It is a name I had not heard before, so I don't know. What was the character created for this game? I assume that he was also a real mythological figure or whatever, but
Was it like Zag something? Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Zag.
Zag.
I've never heard of Zag before.
Well, the full thing is Zagreus, but
Zagreus. I've never heard of Zagreus. Where's Zig? Zig and Zag.
and when they add the multiplayer, that can be his brother.
And don't forget Ziggy.
Zig.
If someone has Ziggy comics posted, is that a red flag or not?
You mean?
There's certain comics I know that if someone hasn't posted, I need to run away.
You mean like Dilbert?
Several, really. In the name.
Are Ziggy and Dilbert related? I'm scared.
Look,
Artemis.
like all the others on Olympus.
Not a cat.
The power of the hunt helps keep me company. So
Special stronger. Seeks foes.
Pressure points.
Any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. So.
What's Pluggers? Is that a comic?
Sounds like good company to keep.
Pluggers? I've never heard of that. I don't.
That sounds familiar.
I'm scared. Pluggers.
Don't be scared.
I know when it comes to like newspaper comics, I know Pearls Before Swine. What was that one called? Foxtrot?
Foxtrot.
With the kid who's got no pupils? Or I guess it's supposed to be glasses, I forget. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll pay for that.
Then there's Dennis the Menace, Garfield,
I do enjoy Dennis.
Peanuts,
And Crankshaft.
Crankshaft, Dagwood, Kathy, where she's screaming all the time.
You've been such a reassurance.
Family Circus.
Wait, you don't have to give me something in return. It was a gift.
Was Boondocks in the newspaper?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, mate.
There's that. I guess was Farside. I guess Farside had to have been. I don't know that I ever saw it. Calvin and Hobbes. I don't think I ever saw that in a newspaper either. Trinkets, is Trinkets a real newspaper comic? Some of these sound made up. I don't know.
I don't know.
A comic specifically for seniors. A plugger celebrates his annual fasting blood test with a lumberjack special breakfast at his favorite diner. I've earned this. Thanks to Skip Burnett, Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. That's something we can all relate to.
No.
Ziggy. And then Bizarro. Bizarro was some of Dave's favorite newspaper comic. Dave lives his life like a Bizarro comic strip.
Yeah.
What are my top 3 newspaper comics? They're all so bad. I mean,
They're all so bad.
yeah, I guess honestly, I don't know. I want to put Garfield up there. I think Garfield's earned it.
And Crankshaft.
I like Heathcliff. And Crankshaft. Wait, what about Drabble? You didn't say Drabble.
Drabble.
Drabble. You were so focused on Crankshaft, you didn't think of Drabble.
I'm sorry, Drabble.
Drabble.
Drabble is dribble.
I don't think Drabble is. Yeah, that's not top 3 material. I didn't read a lot of Calvin and Hobbes. I know people like it and it's good and all that, but I just didn't read it.
Until next time.
Yeah, independent where you live. Where they, I don't know.
They didn't even have it in our newspaper.
Didn't he? When did Calvin and Hobbes end? It feels like it ended pretty early.
I was far too young as a 2000s child to read Calvin and Hobbes.
Damage foes around you and briefly deflect. Oh, heck yeah.
Your wisdom guide me.
Your wisdom guide me. I'm gonna just go look up newspaper comics. No one said Nancy.
Nancy. That's way too old.
That's too old, but then new again.
But Nancy back.
Comic strip.
Slam dancers.
I was confused. I thought the room was empty.
Everyone's favorite comics. A prime plugger example. I can't wait to show the guys this picture of my new grandson. Plugger Facebook. Wait, you would put Newspaper Spider-Man in your top 3? I was just about to bring up Newspaper Spider-Man.
Little newspaper Spider-Man.
Is it that good?
It's better than other newspaper comics.
Is it better than Pluggers?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Every Plugger comic is the same. It's not
They
good.
need to do a newspaper comic battle royale game like the Nicktoons or whatever.
Oh no.
They have so many iconic characters.
Did you ever see that? It was like some animated special. It was, I think, the first time that Garfield was animated because they had all the comic characters. And so you can see all your favorite comics characters animated that way. And
Wow.
them talking about this newcomer, Garfield.
Oh, Garfield. Newspaper fan. Does anyone still get newspapers? I don't know. That's half the problem. I haven't seen a newspaper.
Yeah, people have moved beyond newspaper comics, you know?
It's webcomics.
They moved on to webcomics.
Yeah, top 3 webcomics, go!
Kayla, do you chuckle to a good webcomic?
Kayla, what's your favorite webcomic?
Kayla?
I don't read any.
Kayla?
She doesn't read any webcomics. Let's fix this. Let's give her some webcomics.
Kayla
to
has
read.
moved beyond webcomics and onto what the kids read nowadays. Manga.
They have web manga.
Web manga.
I
Are
think.
there any web manga that you read, Kayla?
Here's a great one. Oh, is it back to Pluggers? What? I don't know about those plugins.
Released digitally. Like,
What?
primarily. But some of the webcomics. Publish them online.
So Dragon Ball Super counts
Thank
as
you,
a web
Krogo.
manga?
Pikachu meets the press.
I'm not sure.
Oh, do you remember the Pokemon newspaper
Yeah,
strip?
magazine it runs and
Those are
it's
good.
digital.
Digital only.
If you have a dressy flannel shirt, you're a plugger. Oops, I accidentally put on my good one. Pluggers.
Whoa. That's good stuff. Pokemon newspaper strip. Wait a minute. I remember that.
You don't, yeah.
That's right. I forgot people. I mean, I don't remember seeing it in the newspaper. I remember Tappers posting about it previously.
Jazz just posted Foxtrot, right? Or wait, no, this is Slylock Fox
Yeah.
in the
It's permitted in this chamber.
Mouse Friend.
Slylock Fox is less of a comic and more of a mystery.
You gotta solve the mystery. Foxtrot is no pupils kid.
Hello?
Foxtrot is Penny Arcade's friend.
Oh, great.
Until we find out if indeed the branch is closing, please send plugger mail to pluggermail@aol.com. Not the plugger PO box. Plugger is in danger. No more plugger comics for me. All right, you can get them, Daniel. All you gotta do is win.
Okay, you're right.
If you cut off one head, you cut them all off.
Is that how it works?
If you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. What other newspaper comics can I recall?
What other horrors?
There's one called Dog Eat Doug. Is that one any good?
Probably Doug.
I'm too scared to check any of these out. The pluggers have scared me away from the newspaper. I said Pearls Before Swine as like one of my first ones. I don't know why that's the one that always pops in my head first. You never heard of Pearls Before Swine? It was decent from what I remember. It was honestly like sometimes one of the funnier ones when you would just read the other ones and you'd be like, I don't get it. Like Pearls Before Swine would actually like have jokes that
Pearls Before Swine, they got it.
They got it. Art was whatever, but you know.
You want to talk about Peanuts comics?
The one with the shark. Zippy the Pinhead. I don't know about the one with the shark. Does anyone remember a newspaper comic with the shark?
With a shark.
Let's see if the search engine does. Newspaper comic shark.
Oh, wow.
Sherman's Lagoon?
Sherman's Lagoon.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Sherman's Lagoon. I have never heard of Sherman's Lagoon. This is the first time I've heard of Sherman's Lagoon. I like that I'm learning about newspaper comics. Very cool. I never read Sherman's Lagoon. See, Garfield never missed.
Garfield don't miss.
Garfield never missed. I mean, yeah, that's true. I can't really think of any, you know, amazing newspaper comics.
Amazing Garfields. Unforgettable Garfields.
It's basically I'm so bored before I have to go to school to find that old Sunday comic section and read it while eating cereal and wishing I didn't have to go to school. But I didn't really buy comic books or anything either. I mean, that would... Whoa.
Dang.
There is no escape. So this will put you back at the very beginning, but what will you have?
So you don't get to keep any of your bonuses, like the little things that you got along the way, but you can unlock stuff like other weapons, and you can come up with different stat boosts and stuff. Like you saw all those purple crystals and stuff I was collecting.
Yes, carry on, everyone.
Like that can all be used to buy stuff to help me out.
Welcome to the House of Hades.
Hypnos.
Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
Not Zag, though.
Stupid boy. I
Whoa.
told you nobody gets
This is
out here
Hades?
with a liable
Yes.
dead.
So Hades is his father, and he doesn't want him to leave.
Hades looks a lot like Zeus in this game.
Pet the dog. All right.
Does Zeus look a lot like Hades, or did they mix it up?
I don't think we've seen Zeus yet. You'll probably see him pretty soon.
Gotta pet the dog.
There's a good boy.
Very important feature that if any game doesn't include now, they will be told on.
You will lose 3 Metacritic points.
You will lose the Metacritic points.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotion.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy?
The dog can talk.
You've returned.
Whoa.
Good to see you, lad. Despite the circumstances.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
The House of Hades. That
The house that I thought.
The house that Hades built. Whoa, Zippy found baby
Do
Hugh.
not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made
Zippy the
contact with the
Pinhead.
goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nix. I'm grateful that you put us
Gummy
in the
Bears had
context.
a newspaper comic.
The risk is not to me.
Yeah.
I expected
Apparently.
the Olympians would involve
no.
themselves
And so
in
did
this
He-Man.
eventually. Reveal,
Yes, we are.
Yes.
then go. The prodigal son returns. Everyone's
Should we do a multi-tap
I eventually managed to get all the
syndicated
painful
newspaper
way after
comic?
all.
Yes.
I have a reputation to
Jazz made some bubblegum comics, I think.
Ooh,
Those are almost as good.
Jazz, you should share your bubblegum comics if you still have them. There's one called JoJo from Belgium, and I don't think that has anything to do with, you know, the JoJo that Kayla likes.
Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state
I think
of utter
you can pet the dog in the
despite
US
his
version
lord.
of Mega Man Legends
Come on,
Rockania.
it's not that bad, is it?
You can kick the can in Mega Man Legends, and possibly the dog as well.
Well,
Night and darkness guide me.
Depends on what you're going for.
Let's see. Deal bonus attack and special damage when striking foes from behind. Or a small amount of HP when you exit.
That's why they canceled Mega Man Legends 3, Jazz.
Form 1 additional dash in quick succession. Yeah. Dashing good.
Dashing good.
I think that should do it.
Well. Which newspaper comment? Oh wait, did anyone say Mother Goose and Grimm?
I didn't say it. I thought of it.
Mother Goose and Grimm. Great art.
Great art.
Let's do it to death.
Great art.
Great style.
Good style.
Stuck me good.
No, I'm just
pink window there.
mentioning newspaper comics, Jazz. I already know where you stand.
You love them.
You love them.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly.
I don't
Skelly.
remember having you on payroll.
Don't talk to
I'm
the
not about to
skellies.
wrap my short-
That's what I've learned
If you
from
insist.
playing Sea of Thieves.
Overboard. The Phantom. That's too old for me.
Thunder.
Alright.
Is that
Here is the Zeus.
really him? Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen a newspaper in a while, so you might be right, Jazz.
Look, your father's always
I guess he kind of looks the same.
Zeus and Hades.
You'll have a better home where you belong.
Palette swap.
On Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
The voices definitely remind me of those Golden Book video voices.
Thank you, Zeus.
They're crazy echoes.
There's Kayla. There's a comic called Rip Kirby.
I thought I'd see the day.
No!
Night.
Rip Kirby. Rip Kirby. Rip Kirby is an American comic strip created by Alex Raymond and Ward Green, featuring the adventures of private detective Rip Kirby.
Rip Kirby.
That's not about this curve.
His name is Rip Kirby.
Yeah, it's not.
Its name is Rip Kirby.
This can unlock
Rip
something.
Kirby. It's a comic just for Kayla.
Me right now.
No!
R.I.P. Kirby. You're right, Jazz. It's Rip Kirby. They did a Rugrats newspaper comic? Whoa! I bet that was really good. Rugrats newspaper comic. Oh, I didn't read no Dick Tracy, but that was a newspaper comic. I'm pretty
Remember when
sure.
Dick Tracy went to the moon? Remember when he was in a movie that everyone loves?
I've never seen it. It's a great thing.
Bad news, everybody.
Wow.
The Rugrats newspaper comic is dreadful.
Oh, why is it dreadful? You can't even post one of them? It's that bad?
It's that bad.
Wow.
It's not that bad, but I mean, it's
Posted anyway.
it's not good.
No love that.
Wait a minute. Maybe... I get the feeling you post things because they're not bad enough.
Yeah, it just, trust me, it's not worth anyone's time. I mean, you can check it out if you want. I don't know.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, I mean, I like the comic sheet. The comics inside weren't always like the greatest thing ever, but free comics, you can't turn that down. Free, I don't know. Someone was probably paying for that.
This one was bound to
Maybe.
show.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most...
Uh-oh.
Special inflicts doom.
Doom!
Cast Sensei Blade Rift hurling. Inflicts doom. Oh, this is the good one.
Violence.
They even had Ninja Turtles newspaper comics? Wow.
And Marmaduke.
Marmaduke. I don't think anyone mentioned Marmaduke yet.
Marmaduke's the evil dog.
Always getting up to some kind of trouble.
Oh wait, that's the old Marmaduke. They changed Marmaduke to be nicer later.
Not my Marmaduke.
I mean, that's what happens with these newspapers.
They had a Wallace and Gromit newspaper comic.
I want to see that. Is it claymation?
I'm sure it's cracking good fun. Wallace Gromit newspaper comic. Kier Muffs. Let's see if it makes me laugh. Wait, they aren't supposed to make you laugh, huh?
They're all supposed to make you laugh.
They have them collected in some kind of book.
Well, not all of them. Some of them are serious, you know. They have serious comics sometimes. That's it.
I don't understand the joke.
Well, that's great.
It's a British newspaper comic, so maybe I don't.
I mean, that's it. You just don't get it.
Where's the comic?
Here, do you want to read it?
If only Eno was here.
I think it's just because I don't know music.
The region.
Because I know who the Bee Gees are, but I don't recognize. Simply Red Leicester. Maybe that's a Bee Gees song or something. I don't know.
Jazz, newspapers aren't dead.
Maybe they're just trying to find their favorite newspapers. Like the Daily Yuck.
Somehow I doubt.
Whoa. Hades runs best on the Nintendo Switch.
How's it run on other systems?
Is it on PC or because it's certainly not on Xbox from what we've seen today. Hades game.
How will it run on Steam Deck?
Steam Deck.
Well, I'll run with PS5.
You better catch it.
So it was only released on Switch and PC through Epic Game Store, I guess? But then it released on Steam. So it's
Wait,
basically
Epic Game Store? Was that like... Oh.
Oh, was it one of the free ones or something?
Yeah.
I don't think
they just cut a deal or whatever.
No, I think it was just like a time exclusive. I don't think it's been free on Epic Game Store. The Muppets comic looks really good, Jess.
Muppet newspaper comic, or?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're all good.
Time to hunt.
So you have to fight all the same bosses again and stuff?
Yep.
Whoa.
They all come back. They all spoil your dinner. Some of them, like you saw, the first one isn't too bad. The second one whittles you down pretty fast. And I have a lot of trouble with the third one. But after that, there's only one more boss. So I think there's really only 4 bosses in the game.
Over there.
So again, it could be short if you were good enough, but...
Wretches.
I don't know about this bow and arrow weapon though. It keeps me safe, but I feel like it's kind of slow killing everything.
Heads up. Cool enough will find you.
Good use of the dash. With the bow, generally you want to try and get Artemis booms for it. It'd be more like Artemis.
Alright. Well, if any of those pop up, I'll get them for sure. Chamber, instant gain, passive gain, 20 speed. Sure. It's always good to be fast, I guess. Always good to run right into an enemy's hit. Muchin, are you excited about seeing this exact same thing, basically, when the Diablo 2 remake is released? Just playing nonstop?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Darkness. Hardcore Diablo 2, I mean, I think that would be fun. Seemed like it was a pretty good time. Reads out 50 Garfield comics. Do they still let you do... There's gotta be a random Garfield. No, not like randomly generated. I just need random. Here we go. Go comics. All right. Let me know if this is funny or not. This is from... I can't read this one now, and I'm gonna tell you why I had that reaction. I clicked random and nobody say anything that you see on the screen. We don't want to give anything away, but it gave me Daniel's birthday. Exactly. And I'm a little freaked out because it's I don't know why it did. Like, exactly.
It was meant to be.
Meant to be, but I'm not going to read that one.
Happy birthday.
All right, here's a different one. August 15th, 2015.
My other birthday.
I'm going mountain climbing. Don't try to talk me out of it. And then Garfield just rubs his nose and sniffs. Good point. I'll stay home. I'll put the tea kettle on.
Thunder and lightning.
That was really good.
I had to ask.
See, it's not as funny when you just say it like that, because you see, there's extra layers like.
Oh, you gotta get Lasagna Cat to perform it.
John's wearing a backpack.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Even if you manage
I
to
should
get
just
past
post this
me,
one and
there's no getting out
y'all
of
tell me
this.
if it's funny.
It's not a matter of.
Oh wait, I don't.
The way
They
I
don't
was
want me
there,
to
in that
steal
direction.
comics from Go Comics. I don't understand.
You're more stubborn than your
Some kind of block preventing me from these Garfield comics. Well, it's impossible. We can't crack their code. I'm sorry. It can't be done.
Life is
Garfield.
off.
Lasagna Cat always makes it better.
We miss you, Lasagna Cat.
We sure do. But here we go. I got the link. Let's see if it worked. All right, let me know if that one's funny or not. Cricket in the house. Crick, and then John sleeping, and I'll give you $1 to jump into John's mouth.
What?
Dana laughed.
That's gross out humor.
It must be funny.
Nah.
Oh, Garfield. This one's from 2007, so good times.
The year of the funny.
I've looked through at least 7 different Garfield comics and I've declared none of them funny.
What?
I like Garfield, but you know.
Apparently not.
Well, Garfield's very miss or miss, you know.
Miss or miss. Well, I don't understand.
Sometimes it's Garfield. Other times it's Garfield.
Making it sound like that's Garfield all the time.
I like Garfield and Friends.
There you go.
Even that show's kind of. I don't know. The Whoa. Is the audio supposed to cut out like that when they're attacking and stuff?
So I think I still hear some audio issues, but I think one thing that you might hear sometimes is that whenever they talk, the music and everything else gets quieter. So there might be some random quip going on.
Hold still.
Oh.
The boss is a lot easier this time.
I mean, yeah, so again, when you have weapons like this where you can stand farther away, it's a bit less hectic. I don't know if that'll really help for the boss I died to, though.
The Hydra.
Yeah, because he basically shoots stuff everywhere, but... I mean, stuff like this, I think you'd trade for permanent upgrades and stuff, too, so... Again, you're getting stuff the whole time you're going through there, but...
Seems the Fury failed to do her job.
Hydra Light.
Does that get rid of him? Instant gain, passive gain, one for your guest.
I mean, 10% health. But there's only one use.
So yeah, so when you do that, you see how it says 3 chambers. It only does that for 3 chambers, and then it's also only when you're entering the chamber you get a little health. So I think I've entered that fight with full health, and I still lost. So there's some things like that where it's like, well, that's good to be more prepped, but need something a little bit more. Usually for me, I'm hoping for anything that'll, you know, help do extra damage so I can just kill them real fast without having to worry about dodging a bunch.
I like Binky from Garfield and Friends.
Was he in the comic?
I feel like that was a no, but then it turned into a yes. I don't know. Binky the Clown, Garfield comic.
Yes, Jazz.
Oh, so he made his first appearance in the Halloween adventure and then showed up in the comic.
Oh, Jazz is saying that people demand the phrase game.
I didn't even realize it wasn't on, so thank you. I'll go ahead and put it on.
You're just so excited about comics.
We started talking about newspaper comics and I got carried away.
I thought you figured that we don't need the phrase game anymore after Jazz dominated it last time.
He took every single position on the wheel except maybe one.
Frame was still number 1, but
pretty impressive.
I'm empty.
I already forgot what those scary comics Grungle was posting was called, the plungers or
pluggers. I definitely remember seeing those at some point. I don't know why. Probably because of someone posting bad newspaper comics at one point.
Pluggers.
Easy does it.
Don't need to see Dionysus anymore.
It definitely could happen.
Wave makers.
Wave maker. Oh, what's up, Scott?
Scoot?
This is Diablo-esque, I think that's what they call it. a game like Diablo.
It's weird because it's...
Well, thanks for watching, Nia. Have a good night.
I guess it's more like Sheeran the Wanderer, other kind of roguelike games where when you die, you go back to the start, but you get, you know, a little boost from when you played the first time. But as far as like what's random about it, I feel like it's not as random as some of those other games are, because the floor layouts, I think there's only a set number of them, and you see the enemies usually don't change too much. The random elements are mostly like what bonuses and stuff you earn at the end.
A game of the rogue variety.
Hack and slash rogue. That's a good way to describe it.
It's one of those, what do you call it? Metroidvania games I've heard about.
That's what it is.
What are some of the other weird genre names that has anyone made one for, it's a game like Dark Souls yet? Or they just say, is this Dark Souls?
Yeah, like that. I don't know if people refer to that as a game type, just a...
It's very Kirby Tilt and Tumble-esque.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Has a bit of a pinball kick to it, you know? Notes of Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie-like.
Banjo-Kazooie-like.
The barge of death.
Bulby-like.
They have that. They call things collectathons, but
it has an air of putt-putt about it, you know?
Air of putt-putt. It sounds like
I think this was Super Giant, right?
Yes, that sounds correct.
Very good, Scott. On the wheel while I'm asleep. Eddie's asleep at the wheel.
Eddie.
Oh. We had a bot in IRC that would mash two genres together. See, that's what I need to see. Genre mashup. Mash them up.
To make a game.
Have you ever listened to Screamo music, Kayla?
No.
Kayla's a Screamo fan.
No, I'm not.
She has multiple Screamo albums.
Why are you slandering me though?
Eddie's favorite, or Room's favorite mashup was Serious Horse Racing.
What was horse racing previously? Just for fun?
It's on now.
No, I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty serious to me.
I figured Kayla was more of a ska kind of person. Is that true, Kayla?
No.
Scala?
Scala?
No.
Can someone draw Scala?
Multitap Scala.
No.
Pick it up, pick it up.
It's like Pika Blue, but more punk.
Pika Blue, but more punk.
Could Pika Blue even fit like little wrist bracelets with spikes on it? It feels like
draw the read?
You could barely
has small baby on it.
You would barely be able to see them. The purpose would be lost. Lining effects also make pose jolted. Cool.
This game reminds me of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon in some respects.
Well, I wonder why.
We could call it a game like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Yes, Mystery Dungeon like.
A game that reminds me of Pokemon. Of the Mystery Dungeon
You know what
variety.
This game reminds me of?
What?
Disney's Hercules.
That's Disney-like.
Oh, I Hercules.
My new indie game proposal is a game that takes the best elements of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest,
okay,
and ignores them and makes a bad game.
So
So what?
Now on Kickstarter.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I don't know. It's a game we're making. Back today.
and the game is called Final Quest.
Final Quest.
Dragon Fantasy. Dragon Fantasy might give the wrong idea. So
it takes whatever you loved about those other games and it just tosses them out the window.
WarioWare, but Final Fantasy mini.
So Chocobo.
That could be something.
Oh, the sliding puzzle from the first Final Fantasy.
It combines the best of Marvel, the best of Capcom, then ignores them completely. That's what I'm proposing today. Impending Doom. What does that do?
The Doom is like whenever something hits you, you hit them back.
It takes whatever you loved about video games and punts it right down the trash chute.
Yeah.
And that's what I brought to you today.
Alright. No, can't afford anything except this. Well.
Embark on a journey.
Alright.
Is Tetris a rogue game because the pieces are never a set order? Yes.
And you always have to start from the beginning.
Absolutely. It's there you go. Deep question, deep answer. I feel like we've had this discussion before. This time Start's gonna beat the Hydra.
I mean, at least I don't have to get close to him, but I still feel like I don't have a very good way of dealing with when he sends these projectiles.
Jazz technically you can get on his back, but I mean,
get onto his back? You can just stand on his back? Do you have to like break some part of him, or?
See, it's easy to say something like that, but I feel like we're missing some context.
Well, it's definitely not something I've done, so.
You don't know any Kingdom Hearts refs. Oh, see, so it was a joke.
Uh-oh.
The number one backseat gamer was just making a joke. How are we to know? So Tetris is not a roguelike.
Says who?
Says Scott. Scott's kind of the expert on roguelikes, so.
You know what I kind of half expected you to do tonight, Mugen?
What?
While I was trying to get through Hades, you would be racing me in Castle of the Winds, and we were going to see who could get to the end first.
We still could. Castle of the Winds in the corner.
I play Jazz if you made it Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts like? Oh.
Well, he was saying he may make his next Jazz Trap Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, alright.
Set it for something else.
You'll never see Kingdom Hearts on a multi-tap.
I don't know if I have.
I'd be down for that.
Be down for what?
I mean, we already have it, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have it.
Kingdom Hearts.
Mugen bought every Kingdom Hearts, but he doesn't intend to play any of them.
I bought every Among Us game. All one of them.
Yeah, it's all on. Either you buy them or they're all on Game Pass or whatever, but I also have them actually on PlayStation 4, so still unopened in box.
In box.
Stuffed in box.
Out of box.
Oh, it still got Castle of the Winds. Now I just got a
I
whole
have a copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 unopened as well, and there's another one in
unsnipped.
Original Kalo Land that is also unopened.
Kalo
I
Land.
got 2 for Christmas.
Whoa.
So one is staying with my brother. That was
I'm going for it, Scott.
I think the only one Tyler's ever played was Chain of Memories. Because that's the one that he got. I don't know what. I guess it's just like a lot of games that he got.
Oh, I gotta go to
early
Windows
on. It was
first.
just something that
Windows.
people assumed would like.
Chains.
Can we all just agree to disagree?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. At King's Quest.
I remember hitting them.
Castle of the Winds.
Any more heads you'd like chopped off?
Wait, you just beat our boss?
He didn't seem as bad that time.
Well, good job.
Probably because I could pelt him from the safety a good distance.
All right, what's the optimal resolution for Castles of the Wind? Castle of the Winds. Is 800 by 600 too much? Or is this isn't, I think this is 800 by 600. I don't know. Castle of the Winds is very old and very good at
quite good.
640 by 480. Here's the question: how do I change that in Windows 3.1? Oh, good. I'm gonna be here all night trying to figure this out. Has anyone ever used a computer?
No.
Can count Kayla out and starts acting like he's never seen one before in his life, so trying to shy away.
Scott's asking if you're running it through DOSBox.
Yeah, I am. I gotta get to the control panel. I found it! The control panel. Alright, desktop. Is it in desktop or something else? Desktop. It ain't.
Well, you need to
go find a roguelike. Go get Mystery Dungeon.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. There you go.
You play it in a browser. Maybe I should be doing that instead.
There are other ones. But I saw it.
Eddie, I'm in the control panel and I don't see anything.
Oh jeez. You have one? You have one on your 3DS? No.
I'm in trouble.
But I got no space left on my 3DS.
No space.
It's full of Shin Megami games.
Kayla, tell me how to change this to 640 by 480, or go get Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Do you have one on that brilliant system that Mugen crafted for you?
Which is beer?
Yes.
Monitor settings. Maybe I'm missing it.
I'd rather watch you play Hades.
I'm out.
Well,
she doesn't want to play any games.
I mean, that's fine.
I want to play games, but that involves food and room and everything.
Tell you what, Kayla, I will let you do the next Hades run.
No.
Yeah, so you see, again, it doesn't matter if you die. If you die, you just become stronger.
You might have to do it outside of Windows.
Don't die, Daniel.
I don't want to die. I'm not going to try to die. But if I die, you can play the next round. And that'll give me a chance, because I think I am going to swap the controller.
You might have to do it from setup before you go into Windows. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Display. So let's try 640 by 480.
You just run through there, you pick up a few goodies, you get killed, then I'll swap back with you.
And Bob's your uncle. Let me print screen these settings because I may regret changing these later. Caleb, find the game. Join us.
She's gonna play Hades.
Oh, and then Dale can play Castle of the Winds.
No, I'm going to go get. I'm gonna swap the controller, and then I will come back.
Thank you, Scott.
And I will resume the Hades.
And then you'll watch me play Castle of the Winds as soon as I get to 640 by 480.
Well, I can't watch you play Castle of the Winds. Everyone else can watch you play.
I'm so mad and confused right now. The more people talk, the more angry I get.
Is Three Stooges a roguelike?
Yeah. Wait, now it wants me to put in a setup disk. Quit setup. Does it let me do that without putting in a disk? It wants the floppy for Windows if I'm going to change the resolution. Is there no other way to do it? You can change it in DOSBox, but I don't know if that will change the Windows resolution. Maybe I should go play in a browser instead. Or just get used to my high resolution Castle of the Winds.
Yeah, see, fortunately you have little spaces like this that you can sort of hide behind.
Castle
Enemies that
of the
fire
Winds.
projectiles, of course that doesn't matter, but anyone that has to come close to you, you can, you know, sort of just give them the old run around.
How to play. Where's this web one that Addy was talking about? Was it just playing through DOSBox 2? Web. Game Castle of the Winds. Oh, it's just straight up in a browser.
Straight up, that's in the breath.
Oh, they're actually developing it, so maybe it's not. Yeah, it's not finished. Okay.
We got another one, Jess.
I don't know about this It's asking me for Windows floppies, Daniel, and I don't have them.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I do. I did.
I thought you knew all about floppies.
I did at some point. I'm sure I had it.
Okay, what's the text special?
Wait, it did it. Maybe. Never mind. I got it. No, I think we're good, Scott. The only problem is now it's way too small, but maybe it will still work. It's fine. 640 by 480.
It's fine. That's...
Now I just got to capture it and send it to the other computer somehow. That's gonna be the real trick.
Just passing through.
Castle of Winds.
Excuse me.
I will not.
You make it big.
The champion of Elysium will
Daniel's so
never back
excited.
down from such a contest. Neither will I.
Are there minotaurs in your game?
Are there minotaurs?
You're not the champion of
Yes.
When it seem lesser than Hades.
Third boss already?
So this guy is part of the third boss of this area. He is technically not the third boss though, because there's a chance sometimes of fighting him early. The actual third boss is him plus another person.
Oh, what's up, Motley Gob?
And it's kind of good to fight him early, because if you do, then he'll be weaker when you get to the actual boss fight.
How's that all look? I mean, I don't think anyone can read it when it's so small, but I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Good to see a Molly Gob. Castle of the Winds, small edition.
Molly Gob.
I'll make it slightly bigger.
Ever been to Hades, Molly Gob?
Ever been to Hades?
I hope not.
Start new game. Looks good to Eddie. What should my character name be? Hades? What's yours called?
Zagreus.
Zig. Look, Jazz, I made Zig. See, and I used to have all these icons from Windows, like from our Hyperman game. I think Hyperman was one of our most popular icons we would use, but like any Windows icons that we had, we could use that as your character instead. You play as Mega Man. This just wants me to put in a file name, so I'd have to know exactly where the icon was. I've seen this before. It's a Ziggy, but we'll just play as the default shirtless male guy. He's fine. Intermediate's good. Do I want to put all my points into strength or intelligence? A strong warrior is a smart warrior. I don't know what constitution is. It's dexterity. Yeah, that sounds good. That's a pretty good guess. Do I can pick a spell? Do I want detect objects, light, magic arrow, phase door, or shield? Heal minor wounds. That's a good one to start with. I mean, Mega Man sounds will spice it up too. I learned the spell of heal minor wounds. I forgot everything about this game. You see a sign that says Bjorn the blacksmith. I can't afford any of his stuff. How much gold do I have?
Beat the bull of Minos. In the name of Hades.
That looks like me trying to see my own small browser window. A sign that says Gunhild's General Store. Scroll of Phase Door. Potion of Levitation. Normal leather boots. These are things I may be able to afford. I'm gonna find better things in the dungeon, you would assume. 26 CP? I can afford that. What about the cloak? 26 CP? I can afford that. Daniel, can you keep your Hades game down? I'm trying to concentrate on Castle in the Winds. It's okay, just don't do it again. 2 slot belt? Oh yeah, I'm gonna need one of those.
Castle of the Winds is more of a thinking game because, you know, every move you make matters.
I like to just run into danger when I'm normally playing, but I'm gonna go a little slow today. Snorri the Sage the Snorri. Is he not there today? He must be gone. You see a sign that says Olaf's Junk Store. Happy Snowman. The door to the farm is locked. The door to the farm is locked. Alright, we should save. The journey begins. Ooh. The file name was too long. And even the numpad. Numpad's not working. Oh wait, there we go. You see a badly neglected highway and a trail leading into the mountains. Yeah, I think playing some shearing could be fun. I think I'm making a good progress here. All right, Addy, let me know if you do better than me, so I can be jealous. Kobold hits you. Oh yeah, I got him. How do I pick up stuff? Get. Suit of leather armor. Do you think it's cursed?
No. This early on? Come on.
I just put it on. Wow, I automatically won. Hooray for me. I don't feel like a winner.
Wow, you could already be a winner.
For coin.
Roll for fun, everybody.
For coin.
Might as well sell everything. I'm about to die.
I'm looking for Diablo. I bet Diablo's down here. How much you want to bet?
Can the last boss be right there? Is Diablo?
Diablo! I found him. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I killed a goblin though.
That's almost as exciting.
Drop some good money. Rich. The butcher. Ah, fresh meat. How do I take the stairs? Kayla, how do I take the stairs?
There's
Climb downstairs. There is actually.
It's just like Dragon Quest.
I'm gonna need help from expert Castle of the Winds players. I'm looking at Scott and Dave.
It's money time.
It's money time. Kayla, who's your favorite Diablo character? Is it me? Oh, these are enchanted gloves, and I see a monster. Who's the monster? Is it a snake? Get quarterstaff. Daniel, you said there would be no cursed items, but right away I got magical gloves of fun.
Those are bad?
I don't know. Can you save scum?
Surely.
But why would you want to?
What if you got really far?
Is a quarterstaff more powerful than the normal dagger? How do you tell? You can save scum? I don't think I should. I wouldn't feel good about
I
it.
want to be in the spirit.
No.
Hurry, ask me questions for games I've never played.
Uh-oh. It's the Kayla quiz.
I got a potion. How do you identify your stuff in this game? Do you need a spell for it? Was it one of the things that I should have learned instead of heal minor wounds?
I used a scroll of identify, dude.
Small pack. There's nothing in this pack. This pack is no good. Can you hold multiple packs?
Ouch.
Can you put a pack in a pack? There's a table in the directory for weapons. The directory. Pass. To identify, you can use a spell or scroll, take it to an NPC in town. Was that the sage, not the snage? The sage?
Power of the gods.
Go to help. 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 Oh, directory. Ah, thank you, Scott. Bestiary. See, I never read this. We kind of just went at him, you know. I'm gonna need to know how to. But they write so much good flavor text. There's scorpions in the game? Did I skip the scorpion? Giant scorpion. These creatures are tasty snacks for start. Wow. Alt F4 is a shortcut to identify item. Dave wants to know how. Oh, damn, you died?
I died owned.
But in Castle of the Winds, I still live.
Oh, good for you.
Dave wants to know, have you tried Dungeon Crawl? Basically, same as Castle of the Winds, way more random features and complexity. No. I haven't tried it. Vaughn was recommending me a game too. Was it called Kingdom or something on Switch?
Let me guess, you got caught out by one of
Or
those
Kingdom,
exalted strongbows.
and now Dave says Dungeon Crawl.
Next time, if you don't stand around like you're doing here right now, maybe you won't make such
Hypnos is mean.
Yeah.
I like to write down game recommendations and random keep notes that I may or may not go back to. Kingdom,
I'll give
Switch,
them hell as you once did Achilles.
Dungeon Crawl. Thank you. Maybe at some point I'll look at my notes.
Bestowing on a them all their worthless blessings.
I got shot by an arrow or I missed a trap arrow or something. Can you disarm traps when you're a nobody?
You would speak
I did
to
it.
me of foolish mistakes.
I'm so smart.
You cannot change the course that has been set.
Yeah, it might have been Kingdom 2 Crowns. I think that sounds right.
How you holding up, boy? Eating well lately? All 3 mouths full and happy?
Do you think Zig will die in the dungeon?
No, I think Zig's gonna do a lot better than Zag is.
Zig versus Zag. I feel like sometimes there's doors if you like. Can you just search in a random? Am I thinking of that right? Search. Oh, Castle of the Winds is awesome! I just found a door, Daniel. What?
That's good.
I vaguely remember some things about this game. Get armor.
What are your sisters up to these days, Meg?
You think? I bet there's a door right here
You
too.
can see some kind of war up there meant
Search.
lots of business here.
Wouldn't you know it? I'm kind of a genius when it comes to this game. Mugen in about 20 minutes. Apparently this game stole my mouse cursor. Let me move over here. Are you saying I'm gonna go to the hospital? I think in Castle of the, like back when Castle of the Winds took place, they didn't have hospitals.
Think about that.
So you just die when the snake bites you.
It's never bedtime.
That's it. You find a secret door. I bet there's a door here too. I found something better than a door. A zombie.
That's better.
What? I'm just like casually swinging and I guess missing and he burned me.
How many turns did it take to kill you?
Like 3. I don't know. It was a really strong zombie.
Jeez. Oh no.
And pour one out. That was the world's worst run of Castle of the Winds. Eddie was wrong. It wasn't 20 minutes. It was 2 minutes.
That would have been my pick.
All right. Well, I guess the only thing to do now is to play again.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Zig. Died July 15th, 2021. Killed by a walking corpse.
Like a Daedalus hammer.
And that's it for Zig.
That's for my weapon.
All right. Who wants to die next? Or win? Oh, I can make this your journey. I should get some character icons and I can play as Mega Man and stuff.
My journey.
Thank you.
All right, Kayla, I'm gonna get my controller. So if you don't want to keep playing after I get it back, then you can switch then. But you can also just keep playing like that.
You have to come up to the front
I'm
seat.
empty.
You have to come up to the front seat. I can see clearer when you're up here. Thank you. All right, now introduce yourself to the chat.
Multitap start.
Hello, Multitap start. Welcome to Multitap. Is this your first time? Mega Man icon files. Do you think they still have these? Mega Man Maker. Do people even make Windows icons? Superior Tap. Windows icon files Mega Man. Cave of the Winds. No, this is Castle of the Winds. Mechanical Maniacs. They have icon files, maybe. Here's a sample of what your computer will look like afterwards. Download it now. I'll let you know what characters I can play as. So I don't even know how to explain this, but I was trying to get some icon files from this website called the Mechanical Maniacs, which is like an old Mega Man fan site. And so I thought it would have these Windows theme files or whatever. And it was a zip file with multiple zips in it. And it said, you're almost there. And then it said the gauntlet. And then I clicked on it again. And there was a text file in there called theme.txt. And it said, congratulations, you've just been tricked by Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I got pranked. There weren't any files in here. The mechanical maniacs got me.
That's not right.
Not a single icon file. And I fell for it. I don't think anyone has Windows icon files anymore. They don't exist. I got pranked by an ancient website. Windows 3.1 icon. I mean, they're just tiny bitmaps, right? I guess I can make my own. But I want... Maybe I should just play as the default Windows ones, you know? Oh wait, my screensaver came up. Y'all are gonna want to see this. You ready?
Yeah.
It's a mouse running really fast. This must be one of the default screensavers. Have I ever played Gauntlet Legends on Multitap? I feel like we played the Dreamcast one at least once or twice. Brown streak speeds by. What kind of Windows? Actually, you can just use exe files too, right? I think. Would I really want to play as a notepad?
How are you doing?
Not good.
Not good?
Bottle of nectar.
But look.
Perfect.
I can't find them.
She's winning. Trust me. Icon file name C Windows.
Oh yeah, so I think you can walk into the water and maybe it'll be like up. Oh wait, no.
Didn't work. I guess you actually need icon files.
Okay.
Daniel, do you have any icon files for me?
No, I
Icon!
I'm sorry. It looks like you already have some hype ones.
These won't help. I could play as a key. I just need to get back to the castle. Has Start played X-Dive? Mine doesn't want to update. I don't know.
So yeah, when someone reported that they had the English beta out, I did download it and I tried it out just a little bit, and then I saw how they said it was a beta, so I'm like, well, I guess I try to play it. But I also really don't like playing games on my phone, so I probably won't get it again unless they release a Steam version, like has been so rumored.
Mm-hmm.
Your Highness.
I might have to get some from my old computer.
Slacking off with the old boulder here, but I was just getting back on my feet.
Don't worry, I'll go back to the Castle of the Winds. Don't worry, everybody. I know you're worried. Kayla will save you with some other stuff.
We'll be talking to
them know, all right. I hear you loud and clear, Your Highness.
Sisyphus.
Sisyphus is kind of going through what you're going through right now. You're having to, you know, push the boulder that is Castle of the Winds.
It feels like a trial.
I'll give
yeah,
these not a
I don't know. Like, some mobile games like Pokemon Go make sense. But some where it's like an action game, I'd rather not play on my phone.
You've got mail. You've got Grail.
There's a lot happening.
Don't worry. You bought an extra life right now, so you gotta last a little longer, but the lasers are really killer.
Yeah.
I want the icons in icon format, not ping format.
See, met Sisyphus for the first time. I wish I could have found the Pro Controller, but that's okay. Thank you for playing, Kayla.
Do you need the Pro Controller to win?
All those wretches got the best of
No, it's just I think it's a little more comfortable. I could probably switch to just one of the like wired controllers, but
Who have Pokemon icons? Do you think they'll work?
Oh yeah.
Shot.
No, those ones I recognize.
But I don't know if they'll work in Windows Ancient.
Cheers, Hypnos.
I'll try it.
Oh, hi. I'd ask you how it went.
Oh,
but
hi.
since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you, Start.
No matter how many times you die in the game, you're like, don't worry, you'll get it next time. You're always so positive.
Which boss do you run to get the wind force.
I know how your battles ended.
I'm grateful.
They're all chilling down here.
How's everything been going lately, boy?
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound.
Who's that sniveling shade to your immediate left there, father?
I don't remember having to know the exact name of my icon file. I must have been a hardcore PC gamer back in the day.
I find that hard to believe.
Nice.
It doesn't even take...
What's that there? Something from
This game's such a troglodyte. It won't let me type in view icon.
Darkness guide you, child.
Cancel.
I won't forget you, Nix, I swear it.
It won't even let me put in text here before it did.
Night, protect me.
What have I done wrong? Besides playing Castle of the Winds.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Nothing wrong with that.
Start a new game. It won't even let me type in there anymore.
Little tip, boyo.
Wait, the keyboard doesn't work at all? And Kerbumble just raided! Thank you, Kerbumble. I'm Kerbumbling through DOSBox right now. While Start plays Hades.
Ever been there? Ever been?
Ever been? Good to see you, Kerbumble.
It's not that orderly, really.
Oh, we're playing with old Windows games on the side while Start plays this fancy new Hades game.
Number 2.
So fancy. Oh wait, it's working now.
You ever go to Poseidon's Ride at Universal Studios?
A long time ago. Can't load icon. Did I type it in right? View icon. Can't load icon. Did I even get the right number? I think this icon file's no good. Start.
These icon files.
I will never play Castle of the Winds again because I'm so adamant about having a custom icon.
Can you get like an icon creator?
When I would make them, I would just save them in Paint. So maybe I could do the same thing. I don't know. Darling Demon Eclipse, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Thank you, my demon.
We're all demons here. I mean, I can try it. I don't know. There's so much I don't know. Whoa. And this game's definitely got some zany characters.
Special hits up to 7.
Whoa, Battle Arena Toshiden icons from 1996.
That should do it.
Those have to work. Don't they? Wait, Dracula has one? Could try Dracula.
Yeah, if you could make them that easily, I think you should create your own character.
If Dracula's works, then I'm in good shape, because then I'd just be Dracula. Yeah, like I thought they were just bed maps, but I don't know. Whatever, we'll try Dracula, and if Dracula doesn't work, then I'll still refuse to quit and try other things and say, I swear it was easy. This normally doesn't happen.
Sounds like the most logical approach to it.
This usually isn't hard for me, guys.
Best thing you can do.
View icon. Alright, I got something new this time and I need everyone to see it. I don't know why I'm hiding my shame. Can you all read that error? It says warning. Low local memory, freeing description strings. I just tried to load up Dracula. You tell me I don't got enough memory for that?
Not easy to load up.
Wait, but there he is! Then he showed up! Alright, well, I'll take it. And everyone knows Dracula is intelligent. Forbidden Dracula. It was worth it though, right? Dracula has no constitution. Or intelligence. Intelligence is magic, right? Is Dracula magical? I don't know.
I can never keep that stuff straight.
Oh, I'm maxed out on strength, so he drinks a lot of blood, so that probably helps. He's got a good diet of blood.
Anyone else?
Detect objects. I wish there was an ID spell. Tempest Forge. Daniel Drac is back.
With fries and drink?
Heal minor wounds. I'm gonna need. Oh, but he's not transparent. You can see the strings on Dracula.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. It doesn't even look like Dracula to y'all. My screen's so small, I can't even. You can't even see that. I did all that work so my blob looks slightly different. Good use of my time.
It was kind of like when we were designing our Sonic Forces avatar.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put on the cloak. Cloak's gotta be armor, I'm guessing. Normal boots. 3 slot belt. Oh, I need one of those. Any gauntlets or armor? No scroll. Detect objects won't identify objects, will it? Snorri the Sage. Olaf's Junk Store. Wagon. This place is fun. I'm having a good time, Daniel.
You are?
Oh yeah, I'm Drac. And I'm back. Your icon is the rock. You gain +5 constitution if you smell. With the Drac and rock are cooking together. Dave, guess what? Free armor. You think it's cursed? Let's find out together. Nope. Blah.
I can use this to unlock a weapon.
I feel like this game's a lot more fun if I don't save. Like I was saving earlier and then I realized I wasn't even going to load my save. Maybe I'll save at the end, but if you just keep saving, if you fear death, what's the thrill, right?
Yeah. But you should also fear death.
No.
That might still make it more fun, you know.
The goblin hits you. The goblin hits you. The goblin is dead.
That seems kind of dicey.
Rest. So you can rest for free health. This game's generous.
Must be the
Down the stairs we go. I may be the best Castle of the Winds player online.
That would be great to have everyone's progress being shown just like a little bar to see how well they're doing.
Scott, start a run and tell me how quick it takes you to beat the game. While I'm still struggling with this stuff. I mean, it's random start. You can't blame us for... This is the same guy that killed me last time.
Nothing random about that.
What if it gets me this time?
Maybe you shouldn't fight it.
I thought you said the fear of death makes me fun.
Kayla, please, I'm trying. I'm in the fight of my life.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he's having fun right now.
I killed him. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Revenge.
You have fun?
How do I restore my mana? I don't fear death, Daniel.
Do you have any mana potions?
Mana potions. Go fish. A scroll.
If this were Persona, you.
I have a potion that I don't know.
Coffee.
I could just. Can I just drink it? I'll just drink it. There's random. I fell into a pit.
Ooh, not that.
Can you disarm a pit?
And to visit Corrin?
Go to Corn's tower. Get stronger. Drink the water.
Strong.
How do I get more mana? I need Castle of the Winds pro tips.
Great.
Snake! The large snake bites you. But I killed it.
You're not poisoned, are you?
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Castle in the sky keeps on turning. Oh, I just teleported into a room of death.
Oh, and those things all surrounding you are bad guys.
Don't worry, I know this strat called the conga line, but this can actually backfire because I've had it where you're going down the tunnel and then one bad thing comes from the left and then one from the right and they make a hero sandwich.
Oh, well, I hope that doesn't happen to you.
Don't worry, I got the goblin. I mean, it looks like you're having trouble of your own.
I'm doing pretty okay right now. The spear is kind of like the bow and arrow, but even better. I can stay far away and safely pelt them with a spear. Destroys her fireballs, so no need to worry about that. Should get a bit closer so I'm actually hitting her, but...
Wolf. Do you think Dracula's ready to fight a wolf? Shouldn't be a problem for him normally, but...
Dracula can beat the wolf, man.
Where'd the wolf go? We just ran away. Oh, wait, there it is. Whoa. That hurt. I had 7 HP! I thought it would be fine!
7 HP? That doesn't sound like much.
Dracula's dead and loving it. Rest in peace, Dracula. Died July 15th, 2021. Killed by a gray wolf.
Wait,
I don't think
you
I'm
were
any
killed
good.
by a great wolf?
A gray wolf.
Oh.
No, there was nothing great about it.
A great wolf lodge.
It was a regular wolf, and I died to a regular wolf, and I feel like a loser.
Regular schmo.
Regular schmo.
It's okay, Drac.
But I know that the Dracula icon works, and that's what's most important.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go find paint.
The ancient blood.
Accessories. Paintbrush. Do you think this is gonna work? Open.
Probably.
Dracula.
Oh, I didn't see it coming.
Can you do all files? All files. Find a Great Wolf Lodge. Dracula icon. Unable to open this file because the format is not recognized. Create a new file or open a valid bitmap image file. I'll do you one better. What if I copy it and then rename it to bitmap? Will that trick you?
Change of scenery at least.
I thought they were just bitmaps, but maybe not. How do you copy? File.
This must be why no one has icons anymore.
It's a lost art. Oh. Thank you, Groot, for the fun. Kayla called you Groot. Is Groot how you would like to be called? Or would you rather be called GX Oot? Or GX...
I thought it was an R.
GX Ocarina of Time. But thank you for the follow.
Dude.
We appreciate it. What did I copy it to? Drac 2? Groot is fine. They prefer Groot, so...
Sorry, I'm at a very good distance from the computer. I couldn't...
Drac 2.bitmap. Bitmap Drac.
I can see it now, though.
The X stands for Groot.
Thank you, Groot.
X and Groot.
Almost like a bat.
Gix Oot.
Remember Disney's Hermes?
Yeah.
This one's different.
I do.
Ooh, special's faster.
Wait, look, Big Ben.
Appreciate the
Big Ben.
Hermes, sir. Now let's go.
Drac 2. See, it doesn't work.
Are you calling him Drac 2?
No, I was just trying to...
Drac sequel?
I was trying to make an icon, but apparently I gotta go get some pre-made ones from the icon store.
What do you want to try to do?
Something terrifying.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Do you think the Princess Maker 2 icon would work and would terrify my foes?
Probably.
There's a Sonic one. Maybe I could try Sonic. Sonic would be good. Big Bang Bart is next. In Hades or in life?
Big Bang Bart is good. That was very threatening.
I need to watch Big Bang Burger.
Big Bang Burger.
Oh. Off it.
Life comes at you fast.
Eat a burger the size of your... Here.
I think Scott's already on his way to beating the Castle of the Winds. And nothing can slow him down.
Especially not finding his favorite icon.
I don't even remember what my icon was called that I just got. Sonic works.
You're Sonic.
And there's no way Sonic can lose. Sonic. Less intelligence and more dexterity.
Whoa, so that icon will like move on the map?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Now you know why we were obsessed with this game.
Sonic, like, how cool.
You can be Sonic.
That's pretty legit. I like that.
I'm Sonic.
I have a suggestion for the next one.
What?
Her.
Ooh, Kirby.
I don't think I have any Kirby icons, and I don't know how to make them just yet, but I'm sure they can't be too hard. I think I need a big boy weapon to really bash in their brains. Can I have 2 daggers? Gee, Daniel, why do you have 2 daggers?
I don't.
Gee, start. How about a club and a dagger? Oh, you can't have 2 weapons, but you can hold a club to intimidate people.
That'll probably work.
That was a waste of Sonic's money, but it's okay, he's done worse. Sonic's on the road. Sonic made a vow that his parents would be found. What's the get button?
Has them all. I don't know where his dad is.
Where's Sonic's parents?
G. G is get.
And why aren't they babysitting him?
If you know all the hotkeys, you're a real Castle of the Winds expert. But I don't. I'm Sonic. Let's get ready to whip some goblins.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered.
I'm missing the game. Let me know if anything happens in Hades.
It's okay. It's no section you haven't seen before.
Oh, it's brand old to me. Climb down the stairs. Oh, it's the game-ending zombie.
Sonic will be fine.
Kayla, you just took a heck of a hit.
Be okay.
He's gonna die.
No!
Wait, we got him.
Told you he'd be fine.
Maybe I should wear this helmet. Or bracers. There's a dirty helmet. Bracers go in the bracers slot.
Helmet goes on your head.
Helmet is rusty and don't want to touch it. Armor's rusty. Search for a door. Oh, I love this game. Secret doors. If you're not playing Castle of the Winds, you're missing out. This room's shaped like an upside down funnel.
That's pretty.
Alright, so there's a really terrifying looking snake. What would you do? Fight him?
I'd leave the snake alone. Is it gonna chase you?
Yeah, it's chasing me.
Oh, might have to deal with it.
I ran from it. I'm just looking for free items, really. Bat. If I die to a bat, I would cry my eyes out. This room's big, nothing. Wait, stairs. Gold. Potion. Potion. How do you identify things? Scott says scroll. I got hit by a skiting blade. Searching provides no result. I don't have Sprite Cranberry. What am I gonna do?
Not good.
Wait, this is definitely, there's a door. Oh wait, oh, snake bit me. Oh gosh, that hurts.
Can't you go back to town, or are you not allowed to after you end?
Wait, I beat him and I leveled up. I'll learn.
There's been some like robotic snakes, right?
Delicious.
Daniel, the poison hurts bad.
I'm sorry for your predicament. I don't know.
I'm gonna start drinking random potions if it comes down to. I'll be okay.
That, I mean, I guess that's the Toe Jam and Earl approach. Just once you get down to where you can't do anything else, is start glugging.
I'm gonna die. David bit me.
Dave helped it bit me.
You think it's funny?
Oh no, was I laughing?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Can I rest off the snake bite? What happens if I rest? No! I knew that was gonna happen! Oh! Why you can't sleep off poison?
That was a Oregon Trail.
I clicked the rest.
I think that's different
No!
Stomach.
No! No! I should have clicked it.
You went to sleep like you had a nice little rest.
Rest in peace, Sonic died July 15th, 2021, killed by a poison.
Oh no.
It's Castle of the Winds, Jazz. It's the hot new roguelike.
Bigger than Hades.
Bigger than Hades.
Hades, look out.
About Castle of the Winds. It was developed by Soda Soft, which consists of Rick Soda, Paul Caniff, Ben Goder, Don Hockerl, and Jeff McBride. And also John Headkey. And tested by a cast of thousands. It's quite good, especially when you die.
Especially.
That's what roguelikes are all about.
Yes.
It's rogue like. How does it compare to Hades? They're both good.
There's one small difference I noticed between Castle of the Winds and Hades.
What's that?
One's a little bit more flashy, I think. A little bit flashier.
Castle of the Winds. Because you can be Sonic. I know how it is. Sonic 2. The better Sonic. Is there a heal poison spell? There isn't. This time I'm going down with some antidote. Because after what happened last time, I'm feeling a little bit salty. There is no antidote. Poison's uncurable.
Oops. That was a big oops.
That's gonna get a big oops from me. What does a wool cloak do except make me feel like a loser? Belt. Not wasting money on a club, that's for sure. Maybe I should just go find some potions, come back to town, get them identified, and then I can deal with those nasty snakes. Hey, it happens, Daniel. Death is not the end. Daniel, I'm about to die. You jinxed me.
It's different for you.
This is serious, Daniel. Sonic is gonna die to the first enemy he found.
I thought Sonic already died.
Hey, where's Hypnos?
Where's my friend?
I ran away. I think there was some kind of cheat you could do. I don't know if they fixed it in this version or what. When you're building your character, like you go negative on a stat or something. I don't remember how that works.
Well, that wasn't about to drink it.
Ooh, that's cheating.
I'm getting there though, to the point where I'm thinking it's valid.
I earned this.
I earned it.
So how did it go?
Armor.
In that case, I'll spare you the details.
I think Scott was telling me about that cheat or something. I don't know.
Easily imagined.
Alright, Sonic. Into the dungeon. They call me Sonic because I'm whooping some butt. My name is Sonic. Hey, I beat the Viper that murdered me last time. Wild dog.
Oh no, Sonic hates dogs.
Sonic the Hedge dog. Can the dog come upstairs?
I can get stronger.
You are interrupted. The dog climbed the stairs, Daniel.
The dog climbed the stairs? He's following you?
Yeah.
I'm wide awake.
That's a smart dog.
Because I'm bleeding out and he knows I'm an easy kill.
Ooh, he can smell you.
When I tried to rest, the dog found me.
He smells hedgehog blood.
Sonic's the name. Speed death is my game. I'm running from a dog. What kind of warrior would do that? I'm back down to die. Wait, I killed the dog on accident by bumping into it. Pardon me. Like I've got this. I think I'm stronger.
You got this.
Oh no, the rats are quite fast.
Shield of chaos, lend me your power.
Anything good?
One more time.
Things are getting scarier.
All kinds of game experiences going on. Whoa.
Oh,
Wait, I killed the rat? Alright.
Must be a mess. Let's see here.
Good job, Sonic.
I killed a rat.
Attack deals more damage. Special.
No magic door.
I guess the special is better for the shield. You do the little Captain America throw.
The power to break hearts. Sure, I don't see why not.
Hello, Dragmire.
Oh, what's up, Dragmire?
This isn't the game with the demon girl here. What are you talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Good to see you, Dragmire.
I don't think you're talking about Persona.
Maybe he's talking about
Catherine?
one of those endings. You become the king of hell.
Hell Taker.
Oh, I
All
don't.
the succubus are all over you.
What's that portal thing?
That's too spicy for multitap.
Yes.
We would never play a game like that.
We play
I
Castle of the
play a
Winds
game like
instead.
that on- The puzzle part of the game. The rest.
So all I need to do is sacrifice
And the puzzles.
essence to go in here.
Too hot to handle.
I play Catherine mostly for the puzzles.
We're supposed to skip story
Or
alone.
what is
Does anyone else play Catherine just for the puzzles?
so
What's Catherine?
Puzzle game.
No, oh. Wait, I fell into a pit.
It's made by the same people who make Persona.
There, I mean, so see, I play it for the puzzles and the Persona.
They make Persona because it's
I'm about to die to
same
a
art
zombie.
style, same company, but instead of Persona, it's the game. Feeling the same.
I'll have to withstand the winds of chaos.
Nothing wrong with sheep, right?
Years from now.
Anyone else? Play Leisure Suit Larry just for the Netfire. Yeah, it's a funny game.
More louds.
I'm gonna die in this pit. I'm surrounded by the worst monsters imaginable.
Get out of there, Sonic!
The problem is I teleported into this room, so there's no way to run back home like I've usually been doing. Ooh, free copper though.
Try me.
I think I'm in deep, deep trouble.
Time to collect.
And you know I love getting into trouble.
I love playing Leisure Suit Larry.
Until death do us part.
Naughty Cubert.
I mean, he's not wrong. But instead of jumping up and down on all the blocks, you have to climb to the top. It involves like climbing on
Could
moving them around.
could Catherine be the first Cubert-like game?
Cubert-esque.
I mean, they had to, you know, make a twist to make it different from Cubert. Cubert already cusses, so what else? What else could they do, right? They could. Every other video game is violent, so they only have one option left.
The best ending is when you get to go to the
You can go to the moon.
I think so.
Ooh, I teleported again.
I don't know if you teleported,
I keep teleporting in this game.
but not into a monster room.
No, but not into a get out of here forever. How does anyone escape after they're so deep in the dungeon? Free book! A book of spells. Let's read it.
A big reason Hades Con On is the romance options, so it does share that with Catherine.
Catherine does have romance options. And then in the new version, it has another one.
I heard, you know, Persona has some romance options.
I learned
Yeah.
phase door.
And you're punished if you romance too many girls at the same time.
So,
They beat you up.
so honestly, there's only one game here where there's not a romance option. No.
Cubert.
Castle of the Winds. Castle of the Winds. Is there dating in Castle of the Winds?
Would you date a giant rat? Get.
No.
Hmm.
I guess it's a no. Ooh. Teleporter.
I guess it's, yeah, I guess the rat accepts.
Castle of the Fun. I'm having good times in the wind castle. Ooh, a bat. I'm gonna get bit to death by a bat. Wait a second. They call me Sonic and I'm stuck in the tunnel.
Sorry, Sonic.
Forever. This is better than Sonic Forces. Sonic forces me to have fun. You're gonna love this. Oh, two bad boys. Upstairs I go. I'm not gonna fight.
That's better.
What kind of room is this? Why are they all filled with things trying to kill me?
Life is tough, you know?
That's just what they're trying to teach you.
Life is unexpected. You know, not everyone has a nest of vipers, but most of them.
Most of them do.
Just don't know who the vipers
I think I found my way back home though.
Hey. You have a house?
I think you gotta earn it through the process of the game. I could go identify my stuff and sell it.
It's like in other roguelike.
Just like Diablo.
These games, they're all the same.
Is this the
different color
Sage?
paint.
Oh, Lost Drunk Store. Snorri the Sage. If I move the boots at him, will he identify him? It'll cost you 200 CP to identify that. Okay. Yes. It'll cost you 100 to identify. Yes. Potion of Levitation. Elixir of Minor Heal Wounds. That one's good. Boots. Should I sell them to the armor guy or the... I'll give you 15 CP. It's better than no CP. I should have saved it for that enchanted cape.
Back, won't you? Lady Artemis, I hope that you'll accept this offering for all.
Save. Sonic.
Thank you for this. Really.
I went all the way down into the dungeon and I got like just minuscule profits.
But you're back. This is the first time you're back, right?
Yeah, but I feel like I had some better characters last time and I was so strong and mighty that I was overconfident and went to my death, and this is my worst run yet, so of course I'm hanging in there because he didn't have anything to start with.
Perhaps you'll find that being humble is a strength.
Oh, speaking of humble, I'm about to get... He's gonna murder me. He's gonna murder me. Wait, I killed him. Shield. I'm learning spells.
All clear.
That's more than most hedgehogs can do.
Any that heal you?
Zombie almost killed me, but no biggie. Rest. You are interrupted by what? Whatever's interrupting me is too bashful to come say it to my face, I guess. I just killed those guys? No pain, no gain. Here comes this guy. Get. What do you think the wand does? Is it worth just going for it?
Yeah, I want to see what it
Activate wand. Nothing happens. The kobold hits you. Oh, it's a dead wand. Appropriate.
Not a good sign.
I'm gonna die.
Blood and darkness.
You
Armor-
really think you can get out of here?
Hades?
That him?
Whoops.
I made it with my life, at least. I played the see how long I can fight game and it didn't go too well.
Having to bail.
And that time I got him. Sonic's not doing good work. He's got a dead wand and a normal dagger.
Close.
Down the stairs, Sonic. Daniel's doing better than me. I'm so jealous.
Am I? I feel like we're pretty comparable as far as progress we've made.
They call me jealous because I am.
Of course, you don't really get anything in Castle of the Winds even after you die, though, right? You're always starting from square one.
I'm about to start from square none.
Square none.
There's a room full of baddies, but they're all too afraid to cross the threshold. That's my power. Wait. I thought one of them was going to come in, but then... Got one. I don't think they want to come into the tunnel because they know they have more strength if they can all get me in one spot. Got him.
Daddy won't mind.
Do I have any bracers? Brace yourself, Daniel.
Good enough to eat.
Always like seeing your little diagram of goodies.
Do you think these bracers are cursed?
Can't you rename the items?
I don't think so.
Oh.
They were enchanted, by the way, so I've kind of got a gift. Actually, one of my best quotes is These might be rusted. Yeah, they are rusted, so I don't want them anyway.
Okay.
And so when I said I don't know what that quote is. It's been there forever. We like that quote.
I believe Eddie said it.
Hi, Meg.
Eddie said it?
No, it says that you said it.
Yeah.
I sense something.
When did I say it?
Just because chaos is giving you a crush you doesn't
You
mean
said it
you're
just
getting
now.
involved with this.
You don't know who.
It says 2020 though. I'm sure you said it. Why did you say it? There could have been any number of reasons why. Maybe you said it when you saw Hades for the first time.
I don't know why they're so afraid of doors. Barely missed falling rocks.
No, no, Krongo. I beat the first boss. I beat the second boss. I have not even seen the third boss yet. Things not looking good.
And can you believe it, Krungo? I haven't even managed my first clear. These games are too tough.
I have a very pretty shield. I don't know if that makes things any better.
What level are you? Are you level 3? No levels in the game?
I mean, the things that you get stats for and stuff, yeah, there's not any overall level or whatever. It's
Well, I'm level 3.
oh, that's pretty.
These games get better and better every year. Wait, no, I'm level 2!
Holy light!
I would in mine level 3, Kayla. It's an easy mistake to make. Don't do what I say and don't do what I do. Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Chipmunk.
Medium bag. I don't know what Dragmar posted, but I'm about to take a look. I never played a Shin Megami Tensei or Persona game in my life. I just think the little snowman guy saying hee-ho is funny. I feel like that's...
He is pretty cute.
That's kind of the story for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But Kayla's played them all.
No, I haven't.
Kayla's played most of them.
Persona 5 is the only one I've ever played.
Kayla's played too much of them.
Oh no.
The story changes. Oh, I'm trying to beat this hard game, Kayla. And you're ruining Daniel's view as well. Do you need someone?
Kayla cross.
do you need some help?
She's gonna play twice as much Persona.
Yeah, we're playing. I'm playing as soon as we're off the screen. You're gonna have to watch.
I killed an ant! You're fighting demons and I'm fighting ants.
Cool.
This can unlock a hidden
Very
aspect
cool.
of my weapons.
Got a cape. Feeling pretty good about myself. I'm sorry, a cloak. Hee-ho.
Megura seems to be having
Miho, and away we go.
Next stop, Asphodel.
I get rid of anything.
Should I take the trade?
Special. Those are both pretty good.
Sonic almost got pranked by an arrow.
Guess I should save my money. I don't really need anything to help me get past this part.
Yes.
I think I finally did it.
Did what?
I crossed a threshold, and now everything fears me. Or at least I'm not scared to be down here when one mouse comes after me. And it's probably one of the stronger enemies in the game.
Alright.
I don't know that.
You're probably right.
Alright, this room looks a little insane. A little crazy.
Come on then. Pathetic.
Oh dear. Rest.
I'm empty.
Get. Scrap of parchment. Floor's empty. What are these things? A rude straw mattress. Can you sleep on those? Does that help? Oil.
Unless you're not poisoned.
I think I'm doing like the best I've ever done. This is the run where I win.
Alright.
Except I don't remember how to win.
What is the point of Castle of the Winds?
Castle of the Win. You gotta win. I tried to grab some falling rocks, so I don't think I'm doing so hot. It's okay, we can do this, Daniel.
I believe it.
You'll beat your game, and I'll beat mine.
Maybe.
At the same time.
That'd be pretty high.
If I could just beat another ant, I'd feel good. How much storage space can I have? I feel like I've got too much stuff already. Feeling a little guilty for all the stuff I've got.
Could have sold out.
I want to go back to town and sell some of this stuff, but there's gotta be an easier way to go back to town. Maybe this is where the help comes in. Spell directory. Identify, remove curse, teleport away. Teleports to target monster, teleport. Oh wait, Rune of Return, that's what I want. The Rune of Return can have 2 effects depending on the player's location. From inside the mine, the fortress, or the castle dungeons, the spell will return the player to the ground level, bypassing the levels in between. From ground level, the hamlet or village in game 1, the town in game 2, and the trails outside them. The spell teleports the player to the deepest place the player has visited so far, so you need the Rune of Return. You shouldn't even be playing until you have it. That's exactly what I need. This is just a game of finding the Rune of Return.
Don't forget when you check out a movie from Netflix that you gotta return it.
Small chest, open. Done. There's nothing there to open. I don't understand where... Can I put this on the floor? And there we go. I'll take... Wait, there's nothing in there. What was the point?
Sorry, dude.
I got cheated. I hope your game's going better than mine.
I really can't say it is right now.
Mine's not going too hot.
I love snakes.
Should I just go back to town? I give up. This game's too hard.
Oh, no.
There's no way to win. I fell in a pool of water. Everyone's laughing at me.
That's the only way you can truly lose at any of these games.
Is by quitting?
Yeah.
So as long as you're stubborn and don't know when enough is enough.
As long as you don't give up, you've never truly lost.
Roguelikes. I hope everyone's booted up their favorite roguelike and is playing it with us. It's a roguelike night. If you're playing Smash Brothers, that's fine too. I don't know what this is. The uninjured huge ogre. That sounds like the most terrifying thing I've seen yet. Binding of Isaac.
Maybe we should just boot that up.
Should I fight this thing?
I'm sure it can't be any harder than Hades.
Should I save scum?
Save scum? Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready.
You say you're doing well, right? You don't want to lose all this beautiful progress.
It's killing me good. Is he injured? Critically injured, I might have him. I didn't even need to worry about save scumming. I am the scum.
Seem pretty impressed.
I killed an ogre. That doesn't just happen. And there's a lot of fanfare when it happened too.
Yeah. You should play a mid-eye tune for yourself.
I think I'm gonna go up the stairs
Deal
again.
critical damage is marked. Sounds good.
The might of the huntress.
I need a rune of return, is what I need.
Get me out of here.
It's strange how sometimes you can do so well and then do so poorly.
Yeah, I hear that.
So they don't even know who I am. Up the stairs. Get the gear. Fight the dog.
Nearly made it.
If I just keep going up the stairs, nothing can hurt me. Except for the things that can hurt me. I'm going back to town and I'm gonna show them what I'm made of.
Taste on it.
On inspiration, you read this scrap of parchment. You examine the scrap of paper carefully, which turns out to be part of a message in this strange blood-red script. The top part is missing, but you can make out the following. Is dead. Return to the fortress north of Benar Haven and await my orders. I repeat, stop at nothing to ensure this danger is removed. It is signed at the bottom with a single ornate S with flames entwining the letter. As you stare at the flames, they seem to flicker and dance. You feel the paper grow hot in your hands. You hurriedly drop it as the paper bursts into flames. You watch in shock as the ashes fall to the ground. Your stomach feels a bit queasy with worry, and you think maybe you should head back to the hamlet.
Good idea.
Oh, I forgot about this part. Bad news.
Bad news.
You are almost home. Ahead of you, the path winds another half-mile around the hills north of the hamlet. Your pack rests heavily on your shoulders, shifting slightly with each step you take. The enigmas of the mind still nag at you. Why were those fell creatures encamped therein? From where did they come? I'm playing Castle of the Winds. It's a real old roguelike. It came on a lot of like free shareware CDs and stuff. And what was the meaning of the scrap parchment you recovered at the bottom? As you round the last hill, a sharp smoky smell fills your nostrils. Burning thatch? Hastily you drop your pack and jog to the wrecked gate. Heavy smoke hangs in the air. Charred timbers still smolder from the ruins of houses. The air lies eerily quiet, missing the babble of a living hamlet, the cries of children, the cackle of poultry. A wrecked wagon lies overturned in the middle of the road. Two vultures start at your intrusion and flap away heavily. With horror, you suddenly understand part of the message fragment you found in the mine. Is dead. Return to the fortress north of Benar Haven and await my orders. I repeat, stop at nothing to ensure this danger is removed. This was no random act of destruction, and neither was the burning of your farm. Somebody ordered this, and somebody who saw danger in this humble hamlet or in its inhabitants. They burned my farm.
That stinks, dude.
The town of Barjanar Haven lies but a day's journey down the highway to the west. Perhaps you should exercise your growing skills against this fortress. You kick aside a piece of broken gate. Then remember you dropped back. Head back up the path to recover it. So you want to see the burning farm?
Yeah.
Look, it's all on fire.
Well, that's smoldering.
Remember me?
Isn't that amazing? The smoldering remains of a building.
Isn't that beautiful?
I have stuff to identify and sell. Could someone open up shop? I got things. So they said to the west. Let's see what we got. Don't worry, new village. We're good. First bank of Crossroads. Would you like to deposit your money in the bank? What's the point of this? So I don't lose it? Nope, I need to hold it with me at all times.
Kind of weird.
Rune of Return.
I guess there might be some robbers down there.
Remove curse. Does this church teach you spells or just let you cast them once? Because, I mean, I'd like to learn the Rune of Return. Miscellaneous magic shop. I would kill for Rune of Return at my disposal.
Not yet.
I could buy one of these rings. I don't think I should though. This is the greatest roguelike ever. Phase door, resist fire. Where's the identifier of identification? Snorri the Sage. Always resist fire. Cursed Cape of Protection. Well, no one's gonna buy that. Flail. Normal flail. Normal hand axe. Cursed hammer. The moment you see resist fire, a bunch of fire things are coming. Well, then maybe I should. Was it a bug? Because maybe I need that. Enchanted bracers. Oh wait, I already had. Are these better? They're the same. Potion. Distillation of water. I think that's junk.
How many of these are there?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, it's a very strong hint that you should be doing something. Very, very good point, Noble Lemon. Remember how I thought I was getting all this cool stuff in the dungeon?
Yeah.
I think I was getting a bunch of crap.
I gotta start somewhere.
Sword and scabbard. You think he'll buy my curse stuff? We don't buy worthless items.
Oh.
So
That's mate.
I shouldn't have sold the flail because I think that was. How much do you want for the dagger? 240. We could go with the quarterstaff instead. But I had that dagger since I started this game.
Since you were but a bait.
Enchanted quarterstaff. Ooh, I could buy a fancy item. What do you want? 15,000 for an enchanted hand axe?
No deal.
Keep dreaming, buddy. I'll take it. If I had money for it, we don't buy those. You don't? You really should. Who's the junk salesman? Parry, thrust, Hades.
They all do.
Circle, circle, dot, dot. Start just got his Hydra shot.
That's only the second time I killed him, right?
Hey, Olaf gives me stuff for my junk.
Right, you think I'm gonna see the third boss before the time that the stream's over?
Hail Hydra.
Excuse me.
That's what Dragmar said.
No. I see. After you deal critical, any chance can be critical, your special is stronger to fight. Oh, they all seem pretty good.
Medium bag. Oh wait, I should have got this identified. Where's my purse?
Whatever. I'm gonna lose all this money anyway.
And check.
How do you put... Did that go to my purse?
Champions of Elysium, I've returned.
Oh, purse is right there. Don't worry, Dale, you can win, and so will I.
Thank you. I wish you the best.
Hey, I don't need luck.
Okay.
I'm not your pal. Dang, I'm stacked. My warrior's unbeatable, really.
Okay, got a little overcome.
Scroll of magic arrow. How am I so amazing? Down to the dungeon. Let's go die, everybody.
Let's.
Uh-oh. I did it again. I disabled the keyboard somehow. Wait, it's working again. Oh wait, no I didn't. This is some kind of maze. How are you supposed to solve this?
Centaur heart.
I guess I solved it. Kudos to me, huh?
Good for the health.
Good job. Was it a riddle?
It was invisible walls.
Oh. That can be a little scary.
This archer guy almost has me dead. What should I do? Panic?
Is there anything you can hide behind?
He's dead, don't worry. I'm the best and I never lose.
I even ask for advice.
I like to ask for advice and then do it myself.
I see.
Down. Get. Get all the things and you'll be fine. Beat a skeleton. I'm gonna die to my friend the walking corpse. We never got along. I don't understand why sometimes my magic comes back and then other times it doesn't.
That's the thing about magic. You just don't understand it.
It comes and goes.
Special, stronger. The image deal. Yes, critical. Like that critical.
I found a room full of rats.
One pizza. Alright.
Boosted a boon.
Oh. Not what I thought it did.
How goes it, Zagreus?
Those rats almost messed me up.
Stronger. Yes.
That squirrel?
Where?
Fine day to you as well.
Oh.
On my screen. Kayla, you don't want to pick on me. I'm like
Why did you, why
level 3.
She's warning you that there's a squirrel that's gonna nip you.
On you? Why is it always picking?
She's your scout. She's giving you advance warning.
I wanted to see if that was a squirrel.
It wasn't a squirrel. On where? On the floor over there?
Yeah.
It's like a rusted helmet.
Oh. It looked like a squirrel or a chicken. I didn't know if you were home or not. I thought at first it was a mouse, but ignore.
Don't ridicule me. What, what's in the bag?
Kayla, are you excited about Chicken Run 2? No?
What?
This is better.
But it's such a good movie.
I don't think you're excited.
I'm moving everything to my
You're
big pack.
changing everything. We don't need Chicken Run 2.
It's okay. You're gonna have to wait for a while. I keep seeing things where it's saying it's not coming out till 2023.
Hopefully we'll forget about it by then.
I haven't forgotten. I won't forget. I can't forget. I won't forget.
I won't give up.
Without Chicken Run 2, we'll never know if Mr. Tweedy did it on purpose or not.
I'm about to die to this guy. If you push the door. We've got to get to theaters.
Chicken Run is still the highest grossing claymation movie of all time. And Chicken Run 2 is going to be because people are going to be excited to see it.
He's going to kill me. What do I do?
What is it? A centaur?
A bandit.
Oh.
Swing and a miss.
Give him your money.
He has arrows and I'm in a tunnel where his arrows never miss. Just putting a potion in your hand is enough to... Ooh.
Did you save scum?
I did save. But if I reload it, it's like I cheated.
But that progress.
Wait, and he's not Sonic anymore.
Oh.
Something real bad happened. He turned into a regular man.
Fate of all Sonics.
But I can go fight my killer again. Maybe. I don't know if he'll still be there. I don't even remember. Alright, there he is. Alright, I went for round 2 and it's going about the same.
I should go.
Killed the rat.
I can do this.
Get him, start.
Well, I'm trying.
Good news, that time I won. But my penalty is I'd turn into a man.
Pay some price.
You're a werewolf.
Great shields.
Whoa. Search. This looks like somewhere where there'd be a door. Dot hack. Dale's game or my fine game? That I didn't make this game. Identify spell, that's pretty handy. Oh, net hack. Net hack. Yeah, I think it was, I don't know. Probably helped inspire it. I don't know. Huh? Kayla, we're talking about net hack though.
But remember dot hack?
Not. No.
No. Say nothing. That's in minutes. I wager Kayla knows something about dot hack. I wager Kayla knows more about dot hack than I do about Hades.
Wait, I got teleported? Is there someone leaning on my chair?
Uh-oh. Got a spy.
It's not a squirrel, Kayla.
Feeling tough.
Hades.
Welcome to Hades. What would you like?
Oh, I'm gonna get poisoned.
Of the base.
Wait, you can just sleep off the poison. Dave didn't tell me that.
Did you say sleep it off?
Yeah, I slept it off.
Didn't you try to do that?
Zombie's gonna kill me to start.
Sorry.
Ooh, okay, so don't wait till you have 4 HP and then try to heal. Alright, Kayla, you win. I'm gonna quit.
That's not what Kayla wanted.
I'm quitting. Wait, actually, hold up. We need to see Sonic's grave, don't we?
Please.
Rest in peace, Sonic 2. I gotta focus on this Hades stuff instead and see what's going on here.
What's been going on in the world of Hades when you haven't been looking?
Sonic died more than twice, I think. Sonic 3. I've got my fill of the Castle of the Winds for now. It was fun though. I had a good time.
You made some serious progress.
I think I did. Dale's making good progress too.
Well, I mean, I feel like not really, because I'm pretty much dying right now. I still haven't reached the third boss. I feel like I'm getting close to him, and I feel like they're going to slaughter me immediately. Which
I'm shrinking. Hang out. Hang out.
Kayla, you're the leader now.
Yep.
Kayla, you gotta choose which camera is coming. Lysium is so hard. I had a harder time with it than the final boss. I mean, no, I don't know. I still had trouble with the final boss. Definitely, though, the third boss I had a lot of trouble with, and I don't think, especially with how my health is looking right now, I have any chance whatsoever. Which is unfortunate, but I suppose it's getting time for Multitap to wrap up anyway, so maybe I'll die at the perfect hour. It's too bad I couldn't beat up my dad. It's sort of what we all dreamed to do, but maybe next time. That's what we're gonna be playing more Hades on Monday, right?
No.
No? This is a shock to me.
You have to say
Yes.
Wait, you vote yes? Kingdom Hearts Monday.
Oh, we're playing Kingdom Hearts on Monday?
I don't know about that. Persona 5 on Monday.
Is that it? We're playing Persona 5? No?
Alright. I have no idea what we're playing on Monday.
Really?
No.
Really?
What are we playing on Monday?
You have no idea.
I was thinking Spider-Man on the Dreamcast, but
Damn it, won't come back.
You were threatening that Spider-Man before. What happened to that?
Long way from home.
yes, a long way from home. It's Spider-Man, far from home.
I don't know if that was the rep.
Power of Olympus.
Alright, so I think this is the third boss. This is where I'm gonna get squished like a bug.
Squished like a bug.
I'm gonna try and make it not happen, but they are kind of relentless in their attack. And I went as far as I could go, and my journey ends here.
Oh, wow.
I warned you, short one. Now you face a foe more terrible even than I.
But what if you beat him, then you gotta keep going.
I've ever faced
Yeah.
bested me.
Possibly.
Oh,
Behold, fiend, you'll walk not one more step toward the light
This is
of
the
day,
problem guy
so
right
long
here.
as I am here.
Because basically, the bull's fighting you. You saw me fight the bull. He was already tough enough when I was fighting him on my own. And this guy's basically throwing a little spear at you throughout the whole fight otherwise.
Sporting contest here.
A naked attempt to sway me from my convictions. Defend yourself, you blackguard, and may the gods show you some mercy, for I shall not.
No, tell me all about it.
Keep cheering as we battle to the last.
You need some HP.
I mean, that's the problem. Ain't gonna be getting it. Ooh, see? He just threw his toothpick at me. Sometimes you get a little bit of that swish there. I'm sure the last thing I'm gonna see is the bull swiping his axe at me. Oh jeez. I'm doing a heck of a job at pointless dodging, which is great except for the fact that I'm doing no damage. Ooh.
It will take you more than that.
Oh. Because yeah, that's like, I think the first time I managed to escape I used the gauntlets, which we unfortunately did not unlock, and I felt like they're the best thing at just pummeling the enemy fast enough where you don't have to worry about dodging so much.
Wow, that's full.
Yeah.
He said the Hades quip, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so is it autosave or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, whoa. Time for one game of Among Us. Pixel Cells, Pokemon Snap, Pac-Man 99. I don't think we have Fortnite. Why do you keep asking for Fortnite?
No Fortnite?
Fortnite got banned from Multitap. Didn't you know?
Sorry.
We're not Fortnite players anymore. We're Billion Road gamers.
Still haven't played that.
Oh, Mario 35. Yeah, that might be fun. Try that for a bit. Fortnite, no. I'm sure Fortnite will be played. What? Who should I play? Is Multitap? Wonder how Mario 35 is doing these days. Why is it acting like there's daily challenges?
New daily challenge.
Oh! It lets you get so far! It plays with your heart. Freem, did you know Mario 35 was dead? I can't believe that. Nintendo's so mean. How could they do that to me? Why'd they kill it? Oh, but Super Bomberman are online's alive. I see how it is. Namco Museum. Volume. Which one has Rolling Thunder? There's always time for a round of Rolling Thunder, Dragmar's favorite game. Played on the Pikachu controller. I'm going with Multitap. I don't know if it was volume 1 or 2. Maybe I can just take whatever Volume 1 games they show me. I don't know, is this one any good? Battle City, Dig Dug 2, Mappy Land. There we go. Time to get shot. Hades with a gun. I don't trust these guys. You rub them, you die. You play as Lupin, and the objective is to not get shot. Uh-oh. Missed it. And you go to the door for your favorite game, Arms. Where's the bullets? I don't need any more bullets, right? Isn't this the entire fight? I lost that last time.
You got it this time.
I need Dragmar's Sage to the fight. I feel like this game's just designed to prank you. This is happening again, isn't it? Last time you told me to double shoot, and I'm running out of time. How do you beat Tire Man, the strongest robot master?
Maybe your machine gun bullets are too fast.
I mean, honestly, that's a good point. Now I got baby bullets. We'll take it. You were right, Start. They were too fast.
It's not like you could really back up anymore, so.
I feel like compared to the arcade version, this one's a little trickier / broken in places. Whoa. But also lots of fun. I was expecting ninjas to drop on me. We did it. We won. It's a 1-level game.
Very happy music.
Pranked by a grenade. You think they can jump?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever done a 1-2 combo? Where is it? Does it let you continue at that stage? Whoa. This game's incredible. Whoa! Whoa! This guy's got grenades for days. Oh yeah. It's funny because they're right where I want to be, by the arms store.
Well, can't you just go up and pop them?
If I were brave, which I'm not. Instead, I'm going to take this approach. My new friend. I'm feeling extra cowardly tonight. Surprise, turkey! I didn't even see him.
He was hanging from the rafters.
Oh. That was pretty clever. So isn't it sad that something like this is enough to... Ooh. Enough to put a damper on my parade. And you know, I want to do the trick, but it don't work. They fixed that little glitch. Tied up that little end.
Good on them.
Oh, he takes 2? He can do it all. Panic shuffle.
You found him.
Wow.
Game a little scary.
A little scary. Whoa. Bullet. Oh look, it's me. They put me in the game.
No.
Whoa. It's a cool door noise. I'm gonna die hearing that. I give up.
You must need faster bullets.
Oh, it's a hopping party. I was kind of hopeful there, but no hope. This does not look good, Daniel. Actually, it looks great.
Until you get back to the cat zone.
Any more? Just one. Just shoot all the cats and you'll be fine.
Measured advance.
Up to this point, you were safe if you ducked and they shot. But what I just saw there is enough to make me want to quit the game. When the enemies get smarter than me, that's it. I'm done. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching Hades. A lot of good Hades fun tonight. Thank you, Caleb, for playing a little Hades as well. Maybe one day I'll try it, you know?
Yeah.
But I'll go ahead and...
you think you could do it in one clear?
In one clear for Hades?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess anything's possible. Yeah, let's go ahead and see who's on the prize wheel. I enjoy newspaper chat too. I need to see if there's some newspaper comic video games, because I think that's something that we can all get behind. But if not, that might be Spider-Man. We don't know. Could be Fortnite. I heard a Fortnite was making a big comeback, so I don't know. I don't know. You got Jazz in first place. Good job, Jazz. Eddie in second. Motley Goblin third. Dragmire in fourth. And Krungo in fifth. That's true. Garfield does have a good variety of games. Plenty of Peanuts video games as well. Let's see who the winner is on the prize wheel. Jazz is your winner.
Yeah,
Garfield
Jazz.
cart. Look, it's everyone's favorite game, Fortnite. Congratulations, Jazzman Z. You are today's phrase game winner. Get ready to pick your prize. May I recommend 9? That's Mugen's pick. And if it's bad, you can blame me. Look, he's waving at you. Choose me. The Thanos square. Okay, but if it's 9... Man, well, good thing you didn't listen to Mugen's advice, I suppose. 200 jiggies for Jazzman Z. Well done. Perfectly balanced, like all things should be. So yeah, I'm thinking Monday might be Spider-Man on Dreamcast, or it could be 40 hours of Persona 5.
I want everyone to look at these 3 beautiful faces right now. These are the 3 faces of people who have not yet watched Space Jam 2. But when we come back on Monday, that's going to change. So take note right now.
Everything will change. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
And we'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Hey! The show's over.
So do they put movies up on HBO Max at midnight, or y'all want to watch Space Jam 2 as soon as it hits?
Turn it on.
Kayla, could you pop the popcorn?
Kayla.
Plug in the Chromecast real quick. I don't know. Get the HBO Max going.